Intel Electronics presents the Intellivision Gamer.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to the Intellivision Show, episode 98. I'm your host, the Intellivision Gamer. First, we have a message from my buddy, Retro Bliss.
Hi, guys. I'm Phil, but my friends call me Retro Bliss, and you're watching the Intellivision Show. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys. So today, I'm still sick. So last week, some of you guys know, I still sound a little weird. Sometimes I start coughing uncontrollably. It's been about a week because I thought it was my voice from everything going on. I had that long interview with Ben when he was on about 3 hours on Monday. My throat started hurting. That's all it was. Well, it turns out I woke up Tuesday morning really sick, and I think I'm getting better, but man, am I still sick? But I sound fine. I sound like nasally. I've been trying. I still got sniffles, and I just feel really weak. So we're gonna get through it because the show must go on. So I want to talk about the sprint. We're going to do a Q&A where if you guys have questions or what's going on, I'll answer them best I can, and I'll get the answer if I don't know it. We're going to talk about, so start thinking of things. A lot of you guys already have your sprint. I see a lot of you in there, and I know you have sprints. We are going to talk about features that should be implemented, not like a wish list, like, boy, this would be really cool, but like things that should be in there, things that would really make a difference, make it a better console. And I mean, put whatever. We're going to go over that at the time. I'll write them all down. I will get them to Ben. He wants a list. I'll talk about the few things that are already on there. A lot of times whenever stuff is given to Ben, then you'll start seeing people talk about the same thing. So it always makes me feel good when I tell them, you know, it's like, hey, we should do this. And then people start talking about it too. It's like, oh, yeah, probably a good idea. And then, I mean, like anything, there's a lot of guys that they start thinking of things that the rest of us never thought of. Like, ooh, that would be cool. So we are going to talk about, in one segment, we're going to talk about what we would like to see. We're going to have guest DJC on for that one. And we're going to talk about features we would still like to see them do in the sprint. Believe me, they're not finished. There's a lot still to do. But we want to make sure that nothing's being missed, no cool features. So we're going to get some information from the community. And then we're going to end that segment. Chuck and I, after we get done with it, we are going to do a live head-to-head with Phoenix. I won the last one. I probably got lucky because he's probably a little better than me at Phoenix right now. So we'll end it with that. But we've got a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff in the show today. We're also going to have another guest, Caleb, 8-Bit Widgets. You see him in chat. He's gonna come on and talk about his new product. And I got a new segment. Instead of it's not for games, we got the Homebrew Highlight. And I'm going way off track here. My brain is foggy. I'm on like Dayquil during the day and NyQuil at night, and my sleeping's all screwed up. My head's kind of foggy, more than usual. So I've got a product highlight on here now. So anytime I see someone 3D printing something or stuff like Caleb makes, it's going to have its own area, and just make it a little cleaner in here. And I can always go out and look for things and have a spot to stick them in. So my gosh, let me go back to the beginning now. So we're going to do the sprint Q&A. We're going to do a Homebrew Highlight on Dreadnaught Return. I finally have that one. Took me a little bit to get it. We're going to, of course, have Sprint World. We're going to bring you news and things going on. We are going to not have a mail call. It's a really rare thing, but I did not get anything this week. I guess it's all Christmas and holidays, and something's always coming. It's just nothing's here this week. I do have some other stuff. So it's a rare show without a mail call. We are going to go over the regular Intellivision news and the high scores, of course. I actually had time to enter. I was playing somewhat like Mike's Gaming Gala. I was up until like 1:30 in the morning, and I'm like, oh no, I forgot to play Pitfall. And Intellivision dude said I better play it because I'm always asking for that game. So I got a game in. I almost always can last 20 minutes. Yeah. So I start playing and it's late and I'm tired. I'm sick. I got all the meds and my head's foggy. I die like 2 times really quick. I'm on my last man. I'm like, what the heck? And then I missed the vine and died. I'm like, all right, I'm doing one more. And whatever score I get, I'm entering it because it's really late. And I don't usually stay up that late. But with the NyQuil I've been sleeping in, And so then it's harder for me to go to sleep. Without NyQuil, I can't sleep past 6:30. I don't care what time I go to sleep. The NyQuil kicks in and I wake up and I can go back to sleep. So, all right. So this is the longest intro ever. All right. Now, guys, if you like Intellivision content, don't forget to give the show a like and sub to the channel, as it's all I do here every week. At least one thing on the show. We're going to try to get some more stuff as soon as my voice and I feel better. This last week and this week would have been perfect to get out a whole bunch of extra content, but you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, AtariAge, Discord, pretty much anywhere. Intellivision Gamer. Reach out to me. If I don't respond, it's not on purpose. There's so many different areas to contact me that sometimes it's hard to keep track and find them all, but trust me, I do my best. Every kind of sitting moment, I'm constantly on the phone, pisses the wife off, but I'm like, I got to answer everything. I got to keep an eye on everything. I'm on my phone more than ever here lately. And this one's going to hurt, guys. We have 116 channel members. That is awesome. A lot of them were gifted. You know, I don't know what it was, 85, 90 of them gifted on Sunday when Ben was here. I'm going to read them all because I wrote them all out. I'm going to go as fast as I can. So we've got 116 channel members. We got Roger Matthews, Mike's Gaming Gala, TV's House Off, Go Game Go, Metal Torso, Michael Doherty, INTV Fun, Rickster 8 Retro Gaming, Mr. Post Style, Kurt Bradshaw, Retro Bliss Gaming, Torque, Stephen Baker, PJ Smith, Eric Lamb, Empty Pixel Gaming, Super Mega Graphics 64, Truly Offensive Name, Bacon Ice Cream Productions, Off Grid Arcade, Benvril Salvatore, Pierre Garreau, Camo Ducky, Tom Jarvis, 8-Bit Widgets, Jonas Ness, Guppyzar, IR Geek, Lesismo 18, DJC Game Studios, Steve Johnson 1577, Stock Jock, Chris Cromwell, HP, Mark Bear, PTA Rush 2112, Stone Farmer 3005, Tim Linder, Sibling Rivalry, Aussie 5940, Sarah Gobrecht 1197, Ty Lord Stevenson, Alpha Blast 25, Thudug, Kevin Eagles 9859, Emma Jade, Brady Goat 1252, Paul Cozy, Retro Tibaroon, Blocky Dad 80, Chester L, Eugene Aguilera, Kai 7777, Remy Butler, Timothy Lamphere, Atari Fan 72. We're halfway done. I'm going as fast as I can. Derek ND6EE, Grayskull 7311, Randall Nomad 1235, Pete 2049, which is the guy that won the ultimate, the LTO Flash. And just while I'm thinking about it, because I don't have it in my notes, all that stuff will be done this week, guys. I had to get some behind the scenes stuff worked out. Intellivision Gamer now has where you can gift to people. So I can just set an amount and gift it, and then they go claim it on their account, or if they don't have an account, they make one and they'll have it. So some stuff had to be done, and the rest of it, I'm going to ship everything at once. We've got a few of them already done, but I will be doing that, finishing that probably tomorrow. Anyway, Guitar Geo 1973, Horse Stream Live, Clay Kennedy 2738, Luke's Awakening 64, Retro Still Alive, the Max 4677, Retro, and I don't know what the back is. It's Retro R4V3, but Retro is like R3. Scotty Z70, the Armchair Rocker, Carbonated Lithium, that is William Electronite, Tofu, Herbors 1375, Stick Boy, Chris Guy, Operation Shutdown, RB Wings, Robert Dutcher, my voice is starting to hurt, Major Shark 7064, Atari Network, Trichome 79, Living Room Sports, Verdman 54, Cold Heat 007, Camaro SS, Obsidian Contraption, Inti Fan, Regional Conflicts, Somerset Man 1871, Meebzorp 5200, Oni, Desetsu, Star Paddler, Kansas Bull, H Mansion 999, Luca Verci 969, Adam Burns. Sorry if I'm butchering some of these guys. Now where'd I go? Chris Walker, Paposporus 236, Paul Rob D55, Mr. Sam, Regulators 34. We're almost done. Stephen Minar, Brian F, Rugger Customs, Katie Sanchez, Digit 088, Retro Bro, and he was not one of the gifted ones. He wanted to make it clear that he signed up on his own when he didn't get one. G Colley, Atari Fun 2007, Bobby Bennett, Tim Robert, Bite Links, Abear Vincent, Tim Babcock, Adventure Mobilecade, Buckeye, Blue Pharaoh, and For the Truth 7338. If you'd like to become a member, just hit the join button. It's not required by any means. It's just the lowest one YouTube allows. If you want your name in green and you want to see stuff early, a lot of the times you can do that. Okay, that's going to be all the time we have for the show today. That was a long list and I'm tired. Just kidding. Sorry, guys. I'm going to cough a little bit. I do have cough drops just in case I start coughing too much. But let's go ahead and welcome everyone in chat. And that was a long one, so I'll go through this quick first. I'll go through this fairly quick as well. Tofu was first. He's talking about the sprint. We'll bring that up later. Benville's here. The Intellivision Mantis. Corey's minion. So Corey, not Casey, but Corey has been working with the evil Mantis and this other guy. All you guys that aren't getting your sprints, this is what's going on. That's not me. That's Corey. And that's Mantis. I don't know who that other good-looking guy is. It's giving Mantis a kiss, but they've got a lot of the sprints. And I think we need to do something about this because it's getting out of hand. Luckily, I've already got my 3. Who else is in here? 1-inch biceps. He got one DOA. That's the first time I've heard of this. Definitely, I would, if you don't know how to do a wipe all, I would try that. Yeah, if you're not even getting anything, try plugging in a different way. Try to wipe all and start again. That would be my guess. INTV Prime's here. Good evening. I hope we can all keep our disc thumb strong in 2026. That just reminds me, sir, I owe you some information. I kind of forgot. It's been a long week with the house and being sick and everything. And Sean's here. INTV Fun. Mike OS, welcome. Get a hold of me anywhere. Intellivision Gamer, and we'll do it later tonight or tomorrow, whatever works. I can help you. Definitely, we can try that. 8-Bit Widgets is here. Roger Matthews. How far? Oh, boy, I'm behind. Off-Grid Arcade. Kurt Bradshaw. Pierre. I'm trying not to skip anyone, guys. If I do, I apologize. Sarah is here, channel member. Torque. I wish YouTube would go back to just having the regular names, all these numbers, and sometimes they're way different. You know everyone by one way, and then all of a sudden it's so different. Rob's here. Good to see you. Mike OS. Jeremiah Thomas, what's going on? Only 35 sprints left in stock at Atari. I'm surprised that there are that many. We'll get into that here in a bit. Salvatore, the horse racing champ. What's going on, Sav? Mike's Gaming Gala. What's going on, sir? Good to have you here. Michael Doherty. Yeah, the show must go on. I told my wife, I told her I really don't feel like doing a show. I'm super weak. I'm sick. Haven't been sleeping the best. I said, but the show must go on. And I said, I know you don't know, but that's a really awesome homebrew from the Intellivision collectors. He just looks at me like I give a shit about that. The look on her face. Chris Walker's here. Yeah, that's not impossible, but that's not the type of stuff we're talking about today. Features that we could implement, and we'll get to that segment and we'll open it up, but get your ideas going. Don't post them all right now. But yeah, that's definitely not impossible. I'll tell you that much. All right, Stock Jock's here. What's going on? Good to see you. They already told us, it's no secret. He told us as long as people keep buying them, they're going to keep making them. So right now, sold out pretty much everywhere really fast. It's hot. People want it. There's a lot more people that want one. I would say that's a no-brainer. I don't know officially, that I can be, but it's a no-brainer. They already said they were going to do that live on the show. So, I mean, that can definitely be said. It's just a matter of how quick can they get them. And, what else is going to be going on with that. So, but definitely there's more coming. Don't worry about that. And don't pay if people start scalping them on eBay, Don't do any of that. Just wait. There will be more. Yeah, it's a really good game. You're one of them. There's a lot of people that haven't got him yet, though, especially if you're through Amazon, I hear. Tex World. Did you scalp all the sprints, or was it the Fiendish Mantis? Not me. It's Corey. Corey's working with the Mantis, and that other fella, whoever the heck that is, they've got a lot of sprints. I can tell you that. You're gonna have to watch DJC Game Studios to see how that unfolds. I know I'm gonna be tuning in because that guy Corey looks a lot like me. I don't have that Phoenix Fighter Pat. Well, I can get some of them, but not that big one. Now he made it 200. I only know one guy, Crash 7, that can get that. That's insane high. Mr. Post Style Afternoon Quill. I wish they made that because I just took half a dose of Dayquil because it's 5 o'clock because I wanted not to be coughing, sniffing. I wanted my symptoms to kind of subside a little bit because who knows how long we're going to be on here. As long as the voice holds up, I've got a lot of cool stuff to talk about and interact with you guys, get ideas. Oh, but we're gonna do it. Sprint TNA. Well, Michelle is in chat. A Christmas miracle, no package for Casey. Yeah, that doesn't happen too often, as you guys know that watch regularly. I sometimes have too much stuff, and I'm like, man, I should just put some of this for next week. But yeah, this was a light week. I think it's due to Christmas and so busy with moving into the house. But yeah, as soon as we'll get into more of that. We're still trying to get through the first part of the show. This is going to be a long one, guys. On the Pitfall spectrum, where the 2600 version is perfect and the 5200 version is for masochistic, where does the Intellivision Pitfall stand? I'd say it's almost identical to the 2600 version. I'm one of the guys that goes left. I don't know. You go left, you go right. I mean, I guess if you're doing the pattern to get it all, you go left and right. But I just always went left because my friends with Atari 2600s, they always went left. I'm up by 3:30 KC, time to walk my dog. Woo! Yeah, I went to bed I think I went to sleep close to 2 last night. That's my time, of course. 1:30 a.m. is my start time. Yeah, I'm not a pro like you at the no sleep thing. I mean, I can do it. I still go to work, but I suffer. You're not going to have as easy of a time of that as when you're not so young anymore, Mike. Everyone's saying hello to everyone. Here's the Mantis. You better say my name, Corey. The Intellivision Mantis. Mantis. Stay blocky, says INTV Prime. We got Eric here. What's going on, sir? Good evening. For the Truth is here. Love this show. I appreciate that. We've got a lot of stuff. As soon as my life slows down, we're going to involve other people. We've got other segments coming in, and hopefully we're going to make it a better experience. I try to bring all the news. I try to scour everything on the internet, but don't always get it all, but you'll definitely get a good chunk of it. I'll tell you that. Chris Walker. Okay, Collier, what's going on? Evening. Casey, you can take my name out if it makes it quicker. So many Tims. What's going on, Tim? Mantis needs a trachea. I can't even say that word. I'm not even going to try right now. You guys see it? I had to wipe all today. I ate hot sauce last night. Cleared out the old system, did you? Phil, I don't know if you saw it, but I played the intro at the beginning. So I don't know if you saw it, but here, we'll do it again.
Hi, guys, I'm Phil, but my friends call me Retro Bliss, and you're watching the Intellivision Show. Let's go.
One more time for all of you guys that came in late. I've got a bunch of those, and I'm just going to kind of randomly throw them out there at the start. Everyone's saying hello. Phil, Bliss lives. That is good news. Johnny M196, good evening and happy holidays, Casey. From your longtime Canadian television viewer from Ontario, Canada. I appreciate that. I love Canadians. There are a lot of cool collector friends of mine that live in Canada. You guys know how to collect games. I'll tell you that. Creeps here. Where did I miss that? Oh, Retro Creep. Somehow I missed that. Man, I'm glad someone said Creep. This is Retro Creep, formerly known as the Atari Creep. My good buddy, how are you feeling today? I'm still sick, but I'm here because, as I said earlier, the show must go on. Trying to catch up. We're getting close here. Everyone saying hello. Mr. Christmas 1973. Hello, Casey. First time in here, live from the UK. You are up late. I have several friends in the UK, and you're about 8 hours ahead of me, and it's 5:20 here. Woo! Welcome in. Welcome in. I appreciate you being here. Everyone's saying hello. Try to skip through all this stuff. Camo Ducky. Hi, Corey. Hope you're doing well. I'm still trying to get over this. My energy levels are super low. Doesn't slow me down. Just makes me a little more tired. If I was still going to work right now, I would be still going to work. Everyone had this there. Everyone had it. The family get-togethers. It's like it's going on everywhere, I guess. At least around this area. Sprint question. How do I tell an update version I have installed? Well, once you've done the main update, you go into options and there'll be a version. It's always going to come up 1.0 in the firmware when you're booting. But when you go into options, I hope I'm saying that right. It'll be in the lower right corner. It should say, like right now, I don't know, for 1.1 alpha. I have so many different ones and trying new stuff too that sometimes I lose track of which one is everyone else is on. Code Monsieur, welcome. He is from Georgia. That's one thing I will never forget. I can forget who I am, and I'll still remember that Code is from Georgia. Yeah, I'm still sick, sadly. Hopefully it's not too much of a pain in the butt today. Like I said, I don't normally chew gum or, suck on anything live on the air, but I have a couple hauls just in case I start getting those weird tickles in my throat. Yeah, 1.0 is the firmware whenever you're booting, but if you've done updates, it will now say in the options in the lower right, it'll tell you which software version, and that's good to know. Yeah, that's something totally different though. That's the original firmware, but the software version is going to be showing from here on out. I requested that because I was doing a lot of updates at one time. I'm like, there's no way to tell like which one I have or on. Like I don't know where I'm at sometimes going back and forth. And so they implemented that, which I think is a big help, especially as they implement new features. You're going to be, oh, I don't have that one yet. I can check and grab it. Toppers Reviews 4677. Hello, I'm new to this channel, but I ordered a Sprint 2 about 10 days ago on Amazon, and so far no shipping notice. It was sold out on Amazon order. Yeah, you're probably looking, I think it's sold out everywhere except for a few on Atari. And if you're going to wait a while for that one, but there will be more coming, I promise you. Yeah. I figured as much. That would be cool, though, a Sprint 2. Amazon UK has Sprints in stock. Wow. That's awesome. Because I just heard Nowhere did. Nowhere has them as far as I know. So if there's some showing, it might sell you one, but it might not ship for quite a while. Everyone's saying hello, hello, hello. Or am I out here? Just a few minutes behind. Camo Ducky's putting boobs. We all love boobs. It ain't the years, it's the miles. I have more miles than most. I'm not going to argue with you on that, sir. My miles are nice so far. Nice and low. Where were you when Casey had to go to the bathroom during midstream? I was watching for you. Yeah, that's the only time that's ever happened, I'm pretty sure. 2.5 years of doing YouTube. I drank a lot of water that day at work, and I'm like, it hit me. It was bothering me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to go. This is good. And I'm like halfway through the stream, and I do long shows usually. I'm like, I see lots of other people do it now and then. It's like, I'm gonna do it. I need to get a little, some people have a little thing they throw up that has music and little picture or little video thing or something. I could also have clips of games and just, restroom break and then throw up a clip of playing a game or something now and then. That would work too. Need something there. Oh, I can feel my sinuses. Oh, yeah, I have a Michelle, one of those intros for you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. I've been waiting for those. Hopefully a Mike's Gaming Gala one as well. If it burns going out as well as going in, it proves that the anus has a sense of taste. 1:22 a.m. tomorrow in the UK. Yeah, 8 hours exactly ahead of here. That's what Ben Jones will play on. It's hard for us to go back and forth because when I wake up, it's evening for him, and vice versa. And going back and forth sometimes takes a few days. Post Style says, never go ass to mouth, Phil. I can't even laugh without my voice going up. Stock Jock, we will have an Intellivision Sprint to give away when you are on Arcades Anonymous on January 7th. Looking forward to having you join us. That's awesome. We gave away 3 on Sunday. There's another one. That's awesome news. Like I said, I'll definitely, once you have the link, I'll definitely be showing that off as well and promoting. Yeah, I knew you were going to say something. You and Poe, guaranteed. It's not that. Yeah, this isn't OnlyFans. This is YouTube. I have a future FW introduces save states. Yes, we're going to talk about or live on the recent retro game products such as Atari 400 Mini. Oh, well, I look forward to finding out more information about that. I have a 400 Mini as well. I have a lot of cool stuff back here. Just never get time to play with it. My update does not show under options in the bottom corner. I updated just this weekend. Yeah, not that one. Go to AtariAge and Salvatore, reach out to me. I can send you that update and make it easier for you if you want. Send me a message. I'll send it back with that update. But yeah, you need to have the update that gave us folders and color palette options and several other cool things. That's the one that started showing that software version. I go to the bathroom while streaming. Always have. He's got a cup and a hose just right down below. Just pee under the desk. No one can see. Helps that Phil is old enough for diapers. It depends. Yeah. 32 left on Atari. Let me mute it. Oh, that laughing has started getting me going. All right. So personal update. Now that we've been going on for half an hour, usually this is in the first 10 minutes. As you guys know, we've talked about I've been sick since Monday. I thought it was just from talking too much and 2-3 hour streams in a row, but nope, I was getting pretty sick all through holidays, unfortunately, but it didn't slow me down. Everyone's sick everywhere, so nobody cared. What else we got going on? Now I think my family's finally getting sick. It was either me, probably, or all the other people around the holidays that were getting people sick. That's whenever it happens, spreads like crazy this time of year with kids in school and then everyone getting together. Everyone's everywhere. Oh, I've been still busy building the kids' desks, their entertainment centers. They got 65-inch 4K TVs for their bedrooms, so they've been glued in there. They've kind of got everything they want, and it's all built. Their rooms are pretty cool. They're happy. It makes me happy. They've went a little while without proper rooms, and they deserve it. We were supposed to be going this last weekend to see my grandson, if you guys remember me talking about that. But unfortunately, we all got sick, but that wasn't the reason because they're sick up there as well. But we had a lot of flooding in Northern California and a bunch of snow whenever we were supposed to be going. And that's just not normal here. And we didn't, there was parts of the freeway that were closed down. So we just decided, nobody wanted to do it. So we're going to go another weekend. This was perfect, though, because I'm off paid, kind of like free vacation during what we call shutdown at work. And I have 9 days where I get paid. And if I work, I get triple time, which is big money. But, I thought this time, first time in 25 years, I'm taking the whole thing off, take regular pay, and we'll get stuff done, get moved in. I'm doing that every day, as much energy as I can muster. And then we'll go see the grandson, but that one didn't work out. But I won't go back until Monday. Friday, we actually go back regular day. I'm going to take that day off. I'm pretty sure the kids are going to be sick. So I'll be off until a week from today. I'll go back. What else I got in here? I think that's it. The house is pretty much done. I talked to the contractor today. We are going to do the final payment, and then phase 2 will start sometime in January. We are going to do a bunch of other cool stuff. Back patio, cement, fix this, fix that, repaint the dining room, put the door in up here, and where I can go up the stairs and get in here. It's going to be, there's a lot of other things too. I'm really looking forward to that final step. And then we can get rid of the attic stairs that are in the pantry. And then we can actually build all the pantry shelves, which will be a lot more storage. Sorry, guys. I'm going to be coughing, sniffing, who knows what else. Let me catch up on chat here. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone. Something awry. Amazon still estimating this week starting today for December 5th purchase. Hopefully that they have them for the people that already got them. Yeah, be prepared otherwise, because, man, they're selling great, guys. Which is a real cool problem to have. Kelly and I had it for about, oh, gosh, don't tell me that. I hope not. I hope not. Had 2 snowstorms, just got done plowing. Whoo! I know in the Midwest, up north especially, I know there's a lot of snowstorms. I think that's all the stuff that flooded us in the West Coast not long ago. We used to have off this week until Omnicom screwed everyone. Ooh, yeah, it's nice to have. I hope we keep it as long as I'm there. I've been there 25 years. I probably got 16 more. That's full. That I'm not going any farther than that. I just plan for it, and if it happens sooner, I have 5 years. I can do full retirement. But I like to spend money, and I had kids into my early 40s, so I want to stay for insurance, and I like all the money. So I don't want to be limited income, that's for sure. Like when my kids are wanting cars and moving out and help with college and that kind of stuff, I want to stay working as long as I can, God willing. Stock Jock's been brutal here in Tampa this past week, mid-70s during the day and 50s at night. Just brutal, I tell you. Well, I'm from sunny California, so I normally have the good weather, but not always. Nice, Casey. Enjoy the break with your family and get some rest to recuperate. Yeah, I'm doing as much as I can. Like, I'll build a bunch of stuff, and I'm beat, and I hate that because I have pretty good amounts of energy. And I'll just relax, and then I start watching YouTube videos and catching up on chats and comments, and then I'll get up and do some more stuff. And I just keep doing that all day. I don't like to sit around even when I'm sick. I like to get stuff done. Woo, 72. That's pretty nice. Oh, yesterday, only 37 today. Talk about a drastic change. Woo, living in sports. You won't need triple time pay when you become the first IntelliVisionaire. I'm already pretty much an IntelliVisionaire. If you didn't see my last purchase, the keyboard component, one of the rarest things and most expensive things you can find. I'm so happy to finally have that. Now on to the next thing. I need the Mattel branded Mattel Electronics printer for that keyboard, which is even rarer than the keyboard component itself. I have a few that I'm watching, but man, there's only so much money that can go out at once. I need to recuperate. Fort String says, I was hoping to work on my garage this week. Yeah, weather here can definitely change plans. I had to take 2 extra vacation days right before the house was done. Hold on, guys. Because it was going to be raining for like a week straight. So I had to get things out of the shop. It's a huge shop. It's not attached to the house. So there's like 150 plus feet. And I had to pull a bunch of stuff out to get to everything. So I took 2 extra vacation days just because all the rain that was coming at the time. Yeah, so much for rest. You'll be flat, chat, with your Reno work. I've been sick over a week now. For me, it's been exactly a week. Yeah, it doesn't slow me down. I mean, it slows me down. It doesn't stop me ever. So I still usually go to work. So does everyone else there. Just kind of be mindful that you're sick. Usually if someone's sick, everyone is sick. We're from a pretty small shop, so it's like same household. You all get sick. One gets sick, everybody gets sick. I had my Sprint pre-order on Amazon from the day it went live. I received it on the 21st with a huge hole in the bottom of the box. The shipping box was completely unscathed, which means Amazon. Yeah, sometimes I get a lot of Amazon stuff. I know it's hard to believe, but a lot of times stuff's just thrown in a big box and it just gets mangled. And if I don't have the gate open, they just, some of them like gently kind of walk it down the gate. Others just launch it over. I'm like, really? Sprint is available here in Canada. Amazon. Yeah, see, I think you guys got lucky at first. You guys were getting it way cheaper than you should have. I don't know if that was an error or someone just, I don't know what happened, but I know it's like the same as everyone else here now. But a lot of Canadians went through Amazon because of that. This is a great energy around the Sprint. It is nice to see, equal to or maybe a bit more than when the flashback was released. Good stuff. I wasn't around when the flashback came, so I can't really judge, but I've never seen anything like this. So you're a good judge being around when the Flash console was at 2014 or 15. I came back like 2020, the beginning of it, back to collecting with a vengeance, and wasn't but a couple years, if that, and started doing a little bit of YouTube stuff as guests, and then started my own. When the dust settles from a few more updates and common questions on the Sprint, there will be ads to the Intellivision FAQ. Nice. The Intellivision FAQ, if you guys don't know, intvprime.com. That is a great resource. Lots of information. I still owe this man information on my YouTube channel and other things, but definitely you want to check it out if you don't know it exists. I need to talk about stuff like that more. Often am so involved with what's going on right now that I forget to go back and talk about things like the INTV FAQ. Winds here 30 to 60. Whoo! That blows stuff all over when we get somewhere anywhere near that around here. I live out in the country. I have an acre that's mine, and their stuff goes everywhere. Storm door crashed against my ice melt bucket and ice melt bucket. I don't even know what that is. I mean, I know what it is by reading it, but I never heard of it. Snow shovel, I know what it is. They crashed against my Porsche handrail and blew the handrail off. Wow. That's like a mini tornado. Yeah, I was pretty close too. And luckily I was one of the few that was sent a unit for testing and promotional purposes, because I was not one of the first to get mine that I pre-ordered. I pre-ordered 2, and a lot of people had them before me. So I'm glad that I had that one from Ben. The handrail is sturdy, made of iron. Not anymore. 10 degrees. Oh, that's cold for here. Yeah, Minnesota gets hit heavy. I don't envy you except for all the great snowmobiling. Again, guys, I'm still sick. Sorry about the voice. Sorry if I cough, sniff. It's just going to happen today. I didn't want to cancel the show for that. I can still do it. Yikes. I'm old enough that I now fully understand why people go to Florida in the winter, where you have like your summer home and your winter home. One was so bad here, it ripped the door off my port. What? Holy moly. That has to be these storms that went through a while back. Some of these, because we got pounded on here. We were 64 yesterday. By midnight, went to 16. Yikes. I'm off work for the holidays too, resting, spending time with family, and enjoying my OG Intellivision. That's awesome, Johnny. I'm doing a lot of moving. We did a 1,000 square foot add-on, and we have so much to do, so much stuff to go through in the shop, and bringing stuff in, building things, and just got finished a few days before Christmas, and just so much going on. And in the holidays, we do a lot of family stuff, and kids are out. I for the first time ever, took it off. Just every day I'm go, go, go. That's not helping me get any better, I know, but I don't want to lay around and then have all of it to do later. And, I go back to work. It's even harder to get that much stuff done. So yes, I will I have some information on the giveaway tool. Everyone in there, boom. I like the wheel. I like the spinny thing, but that eliminates alt accounts. Well, I guess to a point. There are ways around that, I guess. But I'm going to start using that for the smaller ones. I plan on doing several digital giveaways for the Sprint. I mean, you can use it anywhere. I'm going to give away ROM packages, not just for the Sprint. But those are fun, inexpensive. Can do a giveaway, I don't know, every show, every other show. We'll see how the budget goes. I like giving stuff away, and a lot of people with Sprints I think that'll be a fun thing to do. Help out the publishers, get more ROMs in the hands of people. It's always fun to win stuff, no matter what the cost of it is. I didn't get a Sprint. I got Verizon. Yeah, for everyone that remembers Sprint. I couldn't afford the Sprint, so I got a Gamecast. You couldn't afford a Sprint. I won't say it. Mr. Postile, been there, Mike. Had the wind catch the door and snap the door frame in half 3 times since I've lived in the house. That's nuts. Where am I? Am I almost caught up? I'm almost caught up. And then we're going to move on because there's some stuff. We have guests coming on, and I didn't know when to tell them because they weren't coming on. They're not like full guests. They're just coming on for segments. Ice fishing has been good. Ooh, that's something I've never done. We have a lot of regular fishing around here, but I don't think we have ice fishing. I mean, you can get to pretty much anything in California, being in the Central Valley, out in the country, any direction. You can find desert, ocean, mountain, snow. Like, there's always somewhere to go within a day's drive. That's a cool thing about right where I live. Plow trucks. I've never had to shovel anything except for dirt. So the new firmware will let you merge side-loaded games with the no. They don't want to do that because it's limited. I mean, that would be new to me, and I'm kind of on the inside of things. They don't want to mess with the internal memory. They actually don't even recommend. I taught everyone how to put stuff on that carousel because they don't know what happens whenever you fill it up and then you go try to do an update and there's not enough room. You can always wipe all, but not everyone can do things like that. I guess if you can go through the process of putting them on your main carousel, you should be able to wipe all. But they just side loading so much easier. Put in the USB stick. You can make it look all the same. It's kind of fun to make it your own. You can copy someone else's if you want. But I really I'm working on mine. Little free time I have. I need to get mine up and going, and I'm working on it now, finally. My mother was a snowbird, retired people that live half of the year in Florida, half up north. Yeah, that would be so 2 households and go back and forth. Did you get Beat 'em and Eat 'em for the Sprint to work? I haven't tried it, but I think Poe did. I think Poe. And I saw Beat 'em and Eat 'em on someone else's carousel too. I'm not going to say who it is, but some of us know. He was just scrolling through on one of his videos, and it paused, and it just for half a second, and he started scrolling again. But I screenshot it, and I said, I saw that. He's like, it won't ever be played. But I saw it. I don't miss much. Atari must feel vindicated with their decision. Yes, I would say so. That's so awesome to hear that Intellivision fans are showing them that, hey, we're still relevant. It's still something that people want. And the way it's all opened up, it's just amazing the way they keep working on it. I really like Ben and what he does, the type of person he is. He gives everything his all. And I like this console. Is it perfect? No, but nothing is. But it's pretty darn close. And once everything's worked out, done, set, we're going to have something special. And I really am thankful for that. Yeah. There's nothing you could really do a lot of the times, but I mean, it sucks. Alt accounts, multiple people entering more than once. Sprint is kind of what I wanted Amico to be. Yeah, I think they should have started with that. I think it would have been a lot better if they started with something like this and then moved to something else. It definitely, I think, would have been better. I mean, especially now looking back, it definitely would have been better. Yeah, Atari, the last several years, doing an amazing job. I told them at PRGE they should buy. Who is it? Oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart. Is it Ed? Am I think Ed Everett, or am I thinking the wrong name? That could be a pro. The guy that owns almost all the Odyssey 2 games. That makes sense. Same kind of console as this, Odyssey 2. Buy that up. Be the gatekeeper for Gen 2. A lot of people say ColecoVision, but almost all the games are licensed ports. I mean, you could have a few games and make it where you could sideload everything. That'd be cool. But people talk about not liking the Intellivision controller. I hate the ColecoVision controller. I have a Phoenix and a console, and I play with a Super Nintendo controller. And I haven't tried my 8-bit DO wireless controllers for Super Nintendo, but I'm sure they would work. I need to try that because I use those on my Intellivision with my Caleb products, my IntelliVisions and my and my I can't even think of the other. I'm telling you, my head's in the fog. I'm so old they make a Sprint for us called the Walker, and it comes with tennis balls at the bottom. Yeah, my grandfather did that. I used to laugh. A lot of people do it. I got beat 'em and eat 'em on my Sprint. I knew you did, and you're not the only one. It's a 3-star game. How far am I behind? Man, I'm almost caught up. I can't seem to catch up. Way out on the ice in a shanty drinking beer and a grill. I get beat 'em and eat 'em, a 69 out of 100. InTv Prime, I basically agree. Tommy Tallerkeel bit a bit off more than he could chew. I mean, I don't know anything too much about it. A lot of that was already done before I came back into the scene, but I just think it was mismanaged. I think once they got all that money, they just thought it was going to keep coming, and it just kind of snowballed. And sadly, but we have this now. Thankfully, Atari gave us Intellivision fans something to love, and with this selling so well, just gonna say, more things could be coming. I hear that Mike's Gaming Gallery replaced the Mermaids cover art with Michelle. See, funny you say that because I'm going to try to get Michelle as an option in the game. And also what you just said right there. I didn't even tell Mike that part, but since you put it out there, might as well. Beat 'em and eat 'em. That's a game we used to play at McDonald's comparing French fry links. I guess someone made a game about French fries. Something like that. Here's an idea. If the Sprint has enough horsepower, it could emulate an Intellivision 3. That would be cool. I know it can do tutor vision. I'm running all the tutor vision stuff. As an old dude who was a kid in the midst of the first console war, it's hilarious to me that Atari owns it. Yeah, it is. It's like Chevy buying Ford or Sega, Nintendo buying Sega, things like that. But none of them are the same companies that they were back then. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It matters to me because I'm happy that Atari is doing something with it and we're getting products and there's more stuff to come. Trust me on that. So I love what PlayOn and Atari are doing with retro consoles. So yeah, it's whatever is going on in the past, it's what's going on now that I love. I didn't even know any console war stuff between Intellivision and Atari. I don't remember anyone ever talking about it growing up. I'm sure there people did. We talked about certain games on each console, and that was it. I do remember it with Nintendo and Sega, and other consoles, but that was further along. Is it perfect? Nothing is. An actual review quote. Yeah, nothing is, but it's pretty damn close, and they just keep making it better, which that is awesome. Don't bring this up yet. Space under the controllers for the included overlay sets. Don't bring anything up yet because I can't log this. I mean, I can go back and look, but the long shows. Well, we're gonna do a segment on that if we ever get to it. Yeah, let's hope somehow, some way we get to play that one. Text roll, come on guys, give Casey a well-earned like. Many viewers are yet to do so. Like this video, definitely. We're still getting good views. We got 40, 50, 60 something people in, depending on when I look up. That's awesome. Part of why the chat goes on so long. Some people love it. Some people say just move on with everything. I like to read it all, but it comes to a point, man, there's so much I can't ever catch up. I seen someone, yeah, that was that is possible, but what you saw was most likely a AI graphic. But yeah, it is possible. Nice. I figured it would work. I don't know who owns ColecoVision at the moment. I've heard people talk about it. I can't remember. But most of the games were licensed, so those are long gone. I think the comments pop up faster than you can read them. it's a losing bout. Sometimes it is. Like when Ben was on and had 100+ people in chat, I never seen anything like it. No, Sega needs to buy Nintendo because Sega does what Nintendo don't. that was a great slogan. Get you someone that looks at you like Pirate Casey looks at Mermaid Michelle. Definitely. There's a funny story to that. What I was really looking at when I shot that little clip. It was something good too. And it wasn't Michelle. All right. Caleb, are you here? I see you're off away. I just want to make sure. Sorry it took so long. We are 53 minutes in. We're going to get to that in just a couple minutes. I just want to make sure you were there. So we're going to go through the news. There is a poll. Let me go check it real quick. Wow. 80% of you didn't get sick through the holidays. That's awesome. 80% saying yes, they made it through the holidays. Oh, I can smell dinner. Ah, that smells good. I'm hungry. I had a banana granola bar because my stomach was growling while I was setting up. Oh, Torque. 126 members. Thank you, Torque. Torque gifting 10 memberships. I'm going to be typing again. It took me a while to type all those, by the way. I sound like I have smoker's cough when I laugh. Let's hope the Sprint spurs more homebrew developers as long as they sell their ROM creations for reasonable price. So far, that's happening, and it's great to see. I love it. It opened it up big time. I think there's more to come. Thank you, Torque, for the 10 memberships. List of 125 OG. So if you search AtariAge, CMart 125 list, you can see all the lists of the games. If you're talking about videos, I have over 100 of them, playlists on my channel, and go to original games playlist, and you can see most of the games and see what they're about there, if that's what you're talking about. I can smell that. Yeah. My sense of smell's been here. Yeah, so Anthony got one of the memberships. That's awesome. All right, Mike. Sorry. This has been a long, weird one. All those members and all the chat. We're going to get to some cool news here in a minute. All right, guys. I'm going to get into the news. Otherwise, we're going to be here all day. And we got a lot of stuff. Is Chuck in here? Nope, Chuck's not in here. Caleb's in here. All right, so news. We're going to get on with the show. I'll try to keep up with chat. Don't be offended if I cannot. So we got Pitfall results. I was able to enter. So we've got, I go left. I can usually easily last 20 minutes. That's what I did here. Not as high scores I've gotten in the past, but pretty good for not knowing the maze to get more of the treasures. But Stefano with an amazing 114,000. Then you've got Romain in second with 109,833. Cristiano, 93,972. Rick Weidman, about as low as I've ever seen him in a contest, 89,990. I know he did a near perfect run going left, just going straight like I did. I hit a few things. It was really late when I played this last night. 85,780 for myself. I was 5th out of 15. Good turnout for Pitfall. Alan, 82,790. Kevin Schultz, the man who puts this on every week, he was 81,557. Kirk Kietsky, 64,850. Aaron, 28,922. PA LaRanger, 28,914. Gadislaw, 28,849. Cesario, 27,727. DJF, 5850. Brian, 5680. And Jose, 5646. This week until Sunday, playing Space Armada, I think it was. Does it say here? Yes, Space Armada until this coming Sunday. A lot of times if you're somewhere else and you do it Monday early, I think it was like 1 in the morning whenever I submitted mine. As long as you're in before he does this part of it, you're in. At least that's what he said in the past. Electronite ROMs.
I'm not quite sure how to help you.
Alexa, stop. I said Electronite. I've never had that happen. I've said Electronite a lot. Okay, so my Facebook's doing that weird stuff again where it just kind of goes back to the home page. Because I had Electronite in here. I need to use a different browser or figure out why it does that. So we've got a lot of ROMs available. And let me go ahead and throw it up on the screen. If you are looking for Electronite ROMs or anything that he sells, this is the email, electronite@hotmail.com. I'll leave that up here for a bit. Let's go through some of these. The games. I'm not sure if those are listed. Let's go to, there's a post down here. And all of these that say, they might say coming soon. Most all of them are out. So you have a ton of Electronite digital ROM packages. You've got Homebrew Inc. digital ROM packages. There's a lot of stuff here, like right here, coming soon. Mr. Do, Napoleonic Wars, Phoenix. Those are available. Polyst Avenue Redux, available. I think he's told me that everything on here is now available if you message him. So definitely message electronite@hotmail.com and pick up some of those ROM packages. I believe everything he's selling now has a folder for the sprint. Drag all the files over. I've helped him with a few of them and tested a little bit, and you're good to go. It's so nice that the ROM packages are including a sprint folder with all the files and artwork. You just copy, drag them over to your whatever you're using, and boom, there it all is. It works. All right, Brian's Man Cave. Speaking of ROMs, he just posted earlier today 2 of his ROMs are available. Block'em Sock'em and Donkey Kong 3. I reached out to Brian. I believe he's just selling the ROMs. I told him I'm going to do it maybe tonight. I told him I'm willing to do all the files. He doesn't have a sprint yet. Do all the sprint files and then send them to him. That way, whenever you guys buy his ROMs, you can just do the same thing and drag them over. I don't mind helping out at all like that. So I already bought those 2. I have to do the screen captures and make the JSON files and the other things. And I'll get it sent back to him. So hopefully soon he can do them that way where everyone with a sprint will be ready to go. But you definitely want to check those out. Complete in Box, Block'em Sock'em was John Hancock, and Donkey Kong 3 was sold by Intellivision Revolution, but those games were both programmed by Brian's Man Cave, and he has the ROM rights, or at least to sell them himself as well. Oh boy, it's going to be a long day. All right. So Chuck, right here, DJC Game Studios, one of his newest videos came out 2 days ago. You definitely want to go check this out. Intellivision Sprint, new sequel coming, a sequel to a loved Homebrew. So I don't want to spoil anything. If you know, you know, but definitely go check out Chuck's channel on that video and see what sequel is being made for the Intellivision. That's definitely good news because I love that game. Okay, I don't have any information to put up for it. I found it. I had a picture, and then whenever I was getting things ready, I could not find it again. But the PyRTO Duo is just about out if it's not. The same guy that created the first one. Oh my gosh, his name's eluding me too. This is horrible. And I do not want to forget his name on this one. So Andrea, and I'm going to butcher it, Ottaviani. He's the one that gave us the first PyRTO, and there is a new one, and this is a big one, JLP support and also save game support. So pretty much going to do it all. I can't wait to get my hands on one for testing. It's a very good idea. If you're a guy that likes to solder and build boards, you can buy these parts really cheap. The first ones, they were selling between $30 and $40 for the most part, completely loaded with the 125 and a few other things as well. No copyrighted stuff. I mean, like homebrew things. But they didn't play all homebrews. They didn't have JLP support, no save game. This new version, fixing all that. I'm really looking forward to it. So definitely, if you're into such things, have a look for that. I'll definitely be showing it off and testing it out when I get my hands on one. So we're going to skip, because I know Caleb's been waiting here a while. We're going to skip to product highlights, and we're going to bring on Caleb to talk a few minutes about some of his new stuff, and hopefully you guys like it. I have stuff on the way already. So let me go back here. Let me get back to the right screen and pop let's welcome Caleb. What's going on, sir?
Hey everyone, how's it going?
Not too bad. Sorry it took so long. We had so many members and things and chat, and that's why I say, like, whenever I have you on for like a lengthy time, I'll do it first because you never know what's going to happen on the show and how long we're going to go. So you have something new, and if people have been watching, you've already have some clips out, but why don't you tell us what you've got and a little bit about it?
So obviously when the Sprint came out, I knew it was going to be, I wanted to quickly get these made for the Sprint and just kind of, like you said, there's a lot of momentum going on, a lot of interest in the platform. And so I wanted to be sure these products were available. So the first one, if you've probably already seen, it's been out for a little while, but basically it's a coupler. It's the one I just made it to work with the Sprint. So you can take it like here, just take this and just slides in like that. Whoop, and
let me give you a full screen here as soon as I can remember which one it is.
Yeah, so basically, I'm actually looking to possibly do a redesign. I may actually do. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
So I may actually even at some point when things slow down a little bit, revise the earlier couplers I made that used to use the recessed part of the back of the joint, the controller. I'm really liking the way it slides in nicely at the top. It has a little bit of a back here. So if we want to do a Robotron style game, it's very comfortable to use dual discs now. It all acts as one nice solid piece. It's nice and compact, so it's not like it's a big bulky piece to produce. But the more recent thing I've been working on, which is, really the community suggested it, and I didn't think much of it, honestly. When I first held the new Sprint controller, I was like, that feels pretty good. I did notice the flat back, of course, but I didn't think much of it. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then so I don't know if I have my old one or not. I think I got rid of it. But basically, I had an earlier, really crude version that was essentially just a sort of part that it would just go back, and you'd kind of be able to hold it and kind of put your thumb up and push the button, kind of like the original controller. But what I noticed is when you're holding it and pushing the button, you're creating kind of a torque, which kind of meant it was kind of pulling it out of your hand. I just didn't like how it felt. It felt like this could get annoying actually after some prolonged usage. So I was asking for some folks who were willing to sort of let me send them one to try out. Casey, I know you said you were willing, of course, and a few others. I was just like, I'll just send you a free one because I just didn't feel right. I was like, this isn't impressing me. So I decided, I was like, before I even send these out, I'm going to try again, and went back to the drawing board, and I basically came up with the offshoot, which is what this is. So the Intellivision Sprint offshoot is essentially a adjuster piece. So you just take this right here, you slide it in, okay, and then you now have buttons that you actually can grip and just fire the buttons there. So
and then you got that back recessed area, and I'm really looking forward to trying that. And I like that opening you got there. Well,
that's another case. You had made a comment to somebody about USB charging. I originally had this whole thing closed off because I just was like, the battery life on these things is really good. So I don't think this is a deal breaker kind of feature, but I thought, what, since I haven't really started making these in mass yet, I might as well go ahead and add that while I'm at it, So yeah, as I speak right now, I'm still doing a few more refinement prints of the design before I start shipping them, just to kind of, it's solid and it works well, but I kind of have to hand whittle some of the pieces to make sure everything lines up. So I'm just trying to work on making it easier to mass produce for myself. But as far as the product itself, it's working really well, and I'm really, really pleased with it. So so it's a lot of fun. It just does, again, play a game like Space Armada. Where you're doing a constant pressing thing, it's a game changer. It really is, because I can tell you, playing with the Sprint controller, trying to play Space Armada, you're having to grip the whole thing, and it isn't the same. It just doesn't feel quite as good. So having, not all games need this, of course, because a lot of games still rely on the buttons, but they're still fully accessible. A small change I'm making also to this is, of course, you can take the inserts. Right now, the top piece is kind of blocking that to not make it as easy to insert and remove. But right now, you just take it like this and slide it in, and of course, it'll go in just fine. But but I did look at it. I was like, what? I'm going to improve that. So that's basically where I'm at now. So I've already got a number of orders. It's on Etsy and eBay. Or you always can contact me directly if you want to buy it, just over AtariAge or Facebook or whatever. But yeah, again, I think it's a pretty cool list. I would maybe Atari will get a hint, and maybe there'll be a 2.0 version of the Sprint controller, and maybe they'll bring that back. And that. But in the meantime, this is definitely a solution. It's easy. Again, it's easy to remove. You just basically make sure the little buttons are all pulled away, and then it just slides out. So, and then you're back to normal. So
Awesome.
those are the two sprint focus things. And at this point, that's kind of all I see. I remember earlier, before we knew how these systems would even look with USB, maybe there were some ideas for some USB adapters and stuff, but clearly it's quite impressive that USB is working pretty much out of the box with a lot of other devices like Xbox and the 8-bit DOE and so forth. So yeah, I don't really think there's really much else that we can make for the Sprint beyond these two controller adapters. Unless something else. I did, though, people did start asking me, could I do this for the original Intellivision controllers? And that's got me thinking about it. I've got some ideas. The big difference, though, is, the nice thing about these new devices is the little micro switches have a nice little spring to them. So you really do hear that and feel that click.
Yes.
Very responsive. Where, of course, we all know why we don't like the old ones is the fact that they weren't as responsive and springy. And because of that, I'd have to probably kind of engineer my own like little spring, because I can't rely on those 40-plus-year-old controllers to have enough bounce back to push your own little lever thing off. So the answer to anyone who's asking about that is I'm definitely going to be working on that and giving it some thought in January and stuff, and moving on from there. But
I don't know if you can see the comments, but a lot of people saying, "Oh, that's cool, nice idea." That kind of stuff. Someone commented on your racks you got behind you. Your audio rack, I think.
It's all on my audio stuff here and all my VCRs and stuff back there. I'm in the process of I'm gonna probably sell off a bunch of excess stuff because I kind of went nuts with the vintage video and audio stuff. But I'm keeping enough of it. My video toaster and all that good stuff. So yeah.
Someone's asking about the backside. The reason it was on the old consoles because the cord wrapped under there, and on the new controllers. If you guys have seen the pictures of the controllers apart, that's where the battery is. So
it makes sense why they would have filled it in. And again, this kind of goes to it. And again, this is no criticism to Atari themselves, but they're non-Intellivision fanatics who grew up with these systems.
Some of them are
designing it. What?
Not all of them, but some of them are.
Well, apparently the one who knew that the back would matter to people wasn't on that part of the design discussion. Because I think we all would have quickly realized that it wouldn't have been hard for them just to add a little extra plastic to have it come out and basically compensate and design around it.
Yeah.
But they didn't, and it's okay. That's gives me something to make for people. So
and when I first picked it up at PRGE, I was like, "Oh," but I mean, it took a couple times of playing. The only reason we ever gripped it like that is because it was there and we got used to it. It's muscle memory, but it's nice to have. But I just adjusted my hand a little bit, and I kind of forgot about it, but I still would like certain games, especially.
Again, that's what it's
to have it.
It's not meant to fix every game, or is it necessary for every game? But there are definitely some games out there that I think where you find yourself doing a lot of repetitive fire button pressing. Astro Smash for people who aren't using auto fire, of course. Would also find it very helpful. Either was it Starhawk. Or Space Hawk. I'm trying to wait. Space Hawk, right?
Space Hawk, yeah.
Yeah, Space Hawk is another one.
You're telling me someone's handle name or something.
Yeah, no, Starhawk. Yeah, Space Hawk. But yeah, same thing. Also, Star Strike is another nice one to have. Those buttons, it is. Like I said, I'm not one to super glaze my own stuff necessarily, but I really was like, wow, this is actually really nice. Like I didn't even go into this expecting it to be a big deal. Like I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's just give it a try. It gave me a little exercise to work on making a little hinge device and stuff. And so, but yeah, it does feel pretty cool. So
there's something interesting from InTV Prime, the guy that does the Intellivision FAQ. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but if you haven't, you should. There's a ton of information there. The next step, wonder if it'd be the way to 3D print a controller all the way and then just put the internals of your controller in it now, like basically making the whole thing and then putting the disc and the components in your 3D print.
Yeah. Well, the one thing about so basically when it comes to 3D printing, translucent filament is not very transparent. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's pretty fog glass looking. It's it's the injection molds. When you see those like shells for computers and cases and stuff, that stuff isn't 3D printed. That's injection mold to get that really more glass-like see-through swatch type effect. So let's see here. Dies the new sprint coupler have enough space to push the inside buttons. Does this have enough space to push the inside buttons between the two? Yeah, it does actually. I'll show you real quick. Actually, that was something I tried to work on. I spaced out a little bit more. The other couplers, really, when I designed them, I was keeping them closer together, so I didn't really make a lot of space. But there really was no purpose because, again, the games that use the coupler really are all based on the number pads. But you can see here, you can reach between them and access all those buttons pretty comfortably. I mean, but I don't necessarily have an example. I forget if Microsurgeon is one of those games on my list to learn how to play. But there is
you don't have to push them on the inside because you're using two controllers. They both control the game. You can use the left side on one side, the right side on the other.
Right. For those who don't know necessarily what this is even doing, like why the heck am I sticking two controllers together? It's really for classic games like Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, Night Stalker, basically Tron Deadly Discs, because essentially the whole thing was with the original system. When you would play it, you'd play and you'd push these buttons, but the numbers would actually disappear. Oh, I'm looking at myself there. Are you telling me to go?
No, I was just interacting with chat as you go.
Okay,
Sorry.
great. No problem. I'm not sure it wasn't to me. So yeah, but the whole thing basically is, you could push basically the numbers to go, but what would happen is as you push these numbers, it would interfere with your disc movement. So you would basically run and stutter as you try to shoot and run. So, someone a few years back basically said that, hey, if you push the number pad of one and the disc of the other and vice versa, it doesn't matter, left or right-handed, you can move and shoot smoothly. So that's basically what this
crucial
is.
Crucial in a few games, definitely.
And yeah, like I said, it's an amazing, it's really great, especially for Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, which is a tough game. Even with this, it's tough, but at least I feel like when you're playing with these, when you're running and shooting, it feels more like it's skill and not just, smash the buttons a bunch of times and hope you can get enough arrows off before the demon overtakes you. I mean, assuming you play in the most difficult mode like I do. So that's really, so that's what so those side buttons aren't that important. And again, Microsurgeon's the one game that I'm feeling iffy about. Like, I feel like maybe, I know it had a dual ability where it actually uses left and right controllers, but I don't know if that also used the side buttons or not. I feel like it might. So, yeah. Example, wider space. Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying. Okay, Salvador, I get it. Yeah, that's true. In that regard, you certainly could do it like that, where you would actually, now you would have access to all the buttons on this for that. So, yeah, that's kind of like my thing. And I think basically once these are more or less perfected and I'm all caught up with that, it's my whole thing is like a lot of people, I'm like looking into the homebrew games myself, especially making light gun games, because I know that we lost Carlos. That was that was like the worst possible time.
Programming.
Right. So if you guys didn't know, Carlos was the one that did Duck Hunter, and he had like 4 other games in the works that were light gun games that were all going to be slated to come out. So it just really was like the worst time to suddenly have a bunch of upcoming games suddenly just get completely, like shelved.
Where it gets in the way for a lot of us, but unfortunately it affects him more than it affects us.
More directly, certainly. But it's actually kind of funny. It's actually funny. I think Carlos actually lives super close to me. He's like 20 or 30 minutes away from me. So I'm gonna actually try to meet up with him at some point. Maybe I can pick his brain a little bit about coding. Once I get a little bit better, I can actually ask some like competent questions about what I'm doing and stuff. But
yeah, him and Oscar definitely.
No, for sure. Oh my gosh, yeah. So but my goal is mostly for 2026 is going to be more about learning how to make games, because I would like to make some more light gun games, 4-player games for the NTNS and the NT port, just to add some value to those particular products as well. And
I mean, I have the early versions, of course, of Duck Hunter, but I have the final version on the way, and I need to figure out how to get a CRT, even if it's a small one, up here so I can show it off.
Oh, for sure. I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, you can, if you look around, you'll easily be able to find even like a little.
Oh, I have them.
Oh, you have them.
A bunch of them, maybe nice. 6, 7. But getting them up here, it's attic stairs. Yeah, not that. My daughter.
My kids are all over that, so they got me more on it.
Yeah, my daughter. If you happen to say that, she'll start laughing. I didn't mean to do that. I'll have to show her later.
It's everywhere, man. It's everywhere.
Yeah, so I'm definitely I got those things from you. I'll show them off on the channel, and I'll play some of the games whenever I get them. That show people the difference.
I've already got probably a dozen or so to make for everyone so far on Etsy and eBay. So they're coming. Some people opted for brown. I'm going to make those the ones that are brown, but I took the brown option away just for a little bit because I don't have that much brown right now in stock, and so I want to make sure I didn't get myself in a situation where I got to make some for material I don't have readily available.
Yeah, you have to wait.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll come back though once I get caught up with that. But black looks fine. As you can see, it's such a dark brown. The black, they go well together. So I haven't really.
Yeah, I like that. I like the black material.
Right, and honestly, the brown is actually a little bit lighter brown than this, so it's actually going to look more like chocolate than necessarily the dark brown that the Intellivision uses. But it still looks nice. So yeah, that's kind of it for me. So yeah, it's been great to work on this stuff. And again, so I'll be looking at a few of these other ideas, like the offset for the Intellivision 2. I think was the main one. I think people really were speaking about, like fixing a little clicker like that would help make that more enjoyable to press, because.
Yeah,
you know, as you can see, it's just kind of it's just a simple, like I've got it kind of rounded, so it's not like it doesn't have any hard corners. So it's pretty comfortable to press on pretty rapidly, a little bit textured. So you know, but again, I'm always looking for feedback too. I'm sorry, what?
I definitely look forward to trying it out. So why don't you tell everyone, because I think we forgot about this. I've been throwing up 8bitwidgets.com, but where's the best place for, or all the places for people to reach out to you if they're interested in this?
Well, I'm pretty easy to reach on Facebook. I mean, I'm on Discord, the Intellivision channel. What else? There's Rampart. Facebook. What do you call AtariAge? That's what I'm trying to think of. So I'm on AtariAge too.
Definitely.
Yeah, and it's all 8-bit widgets basically. I think I'm 8bitwidgets.com on AtariAge, 8bitwidgets.com the website, 8bitwidgets@gmail.com is my email address. You can reach me. Facebook, I'm on all the Facebook, Intellivision groups. As you guys all saw, I was spamming, Casey's show and and all these other new inventions. But yeah, so it's been kind of fun. I've been making other little things too. If anyone ever had one of these guys, this was the Space Invader system that I had as a kid. It's from like 1980, I think it is. It's a little LED Space Invaders game.
I don't think I've seen that one. I was 5 when that was.
It's what my dad had as I was a kid. But anyway, the thing is, I bought the one and it was missing a back plate, so I 3D printed a back plate.
Oh, there's a lot of back plates missing on old handheld.
Right. That's so obviously I can only make the ones that I can really test and have for myself. But I did make this one for this, and I think I sold one so far. So someone's going to get a little improvement to that. But yeah, when you got like all these batteries, man, they just want to fall out. And if you're tired of using tape, then having one of these just sort of pop in there is a nice thing. So, and then
you got several comments in here. Oh, I had that. I have that. I played that to death.
They're not that hard. They're not very expensive. I think I got mine fully working for like $25, $30. I mean, the plate was missing, but whatever. It's so.
Roger says it just made purchase.
Awesome.
With
Thank
yesterday.
You.
Quick
yeah,
to
and
reply.
I just let you guys know. It's just I'm basically what I'm doing right now is I'm making a few more sort of like tweaks to the prints before I start really knocking them out. But they'll definitely be. Oh, dude, yeah. Go to my Etsy page. You'll see I cover all those systems and Coleco, Odyssey. I make a bunch of stuff for all the platforms. Intellivision is kind of like my baby, though. It's like my first console, so I've always had I got started with the Intellivision, and that's like the first thing I made was a coupler, was the original coupler. So that's what started this whole crazy journey. I was actually trying to get into making games for this system, and then this 3D printing business kind of took over everything. And
now you have cool hardware too, IntelliVisions.
Yeah, that's been a really fun product for sure. So and then those have been
IntelliPort or IntelliPort now.
It's the IntelliPort. It used to be called the IntelliPort. It's called the IntelliPort because apparently some other company actually has IntelliPort as a copywritten name. Now, no one's sent any cease and desists, and we're so small, I don't think it really matters. But I'm proactively, officially listing it as IntelliNAS or IntelliPort.
We got a very important question here from DJC Game Studios. Can we get a Merlin handheld to Sprint interface adapter?
Oh my gosh! Well, if you send me a Merlin, just kidding. No, that's
on his shows he'll use it as a phone and.
Oh, that's cool though. That's awesome. I love seeing these classic systems getting restored and getting brought back. The Odyssey 2. I always had a love for the Odyssey 2, and I make a number of products for it as well. The MCPs, the socket protectors and stuff. I remember my first memory with that was back, I must have been like 6 or 7, and a kid in my apartment complex had the Odyssey 2. It was like the only one I ever saw. But he had the Quest for the Ring. And I'll never forget how cool. I was like, this looks so cool. Even my Advanced Dungeons and Dragons kind of felt a little like, this is cooler, and that's even before I realized it was a board game. Like I thought it was just like a little dungeon game, but it's actually the fact that it would turn the whole system into like this board game was really clever. So yeah.
I had one neighbor with an Odyssey 2, and
Yeah.
I was the Intellivision guy. There was actually one other Intellivision guy, like in the late 80s, all the way across town. I mean, we could go there. It wasn't like across town, but across the neighborhood, I should say. And then everyone else had 2600s.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I have nostalgia for the Odyssey 2 as well. I have a complete US set, and then I have a ton of homebrews. Some of the homebrews are fun to play. I keep meaning to play them on the Retro Gamer channel, and I just never have time.
Yeah, I've got some ideas for I always want to do like a little overlay keyboard for the membrane of the Odyssey 2, like literally a keyboard would lay in there, and you could just like have like chiclet buttons that would go and press down and actually make it easier to type on that, because the actual membrane thing is obviously not very much fun to actually type anything.
Yeah, not even lengthy anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, awesome. But yeah, so thanks for giving me some time to just talk about this stuff. So yeah, so just so you all know, I've got your orders. I should be able to start knocking them out pretty quickly this week. I just want to make sure. Basically, what I'm trying to do is make it easier for me to mass produce them, because right now I kind of have to print it, then I have to make the little pieces, and I'm kind of having to kind of whittle them a little bit with my deburring tool just to make sure that the clicking action is nice and responsive. And I know it's just basically, we're talking like 0.2 millimeter tolerances that make all the difference in the world. So it's definitely a feel thing.
Real quick, just to plug the other products. Real quick, tell us about the IntiNES, Inti port, and
sure. Thank you.
Real quick, what they do.
All right,
we have a lot of new viewers.
I have the IntiNES handy. Actually, I have one. 1 second. It's right here. You got one handy? Okay. I know where mine is if you can't find it. But basically, all right, so this is the IntiNES. And what this basically does is it plugs into your cartridge slot of your Intellivision and gives you 2 NES compatible joystick ports. These will work with any NES controller, even the wireless 8-bit DOE ones. I don't own that, but Casey tested it. And here you have your cartridge port. So you pop your IntelliVoice, your LTO, whatever devices you want to use with it, and it passes through and lets you play it. This particular one also has essentially a few extra features. It auto detects, and this actually glows blue, red, or purple depending on which thing you plug into it. And to that point, there is a Super Nintendo adapter, which goes from Nintendo to Super Nintendo. And there's also a Famicom one that goes from this Nintendo to Famicom, which supports the Famicom HTC. I think it is the HTC controller, which has a little number pad on it for the Famicom system. But then there's also the NTT controller, which is for the Super Famicom or Super Nintendo, which has a number pad on it. And ours will support that as well. So you actually can.
Great.
Yeah, it is. So you can play. Obviously, it's only 8-way. It's not 16 direction like the originals have. So that's one thing that nothing can replace an Intellivision controller because of the 16 direction stuff.
There are some.
But yeah, so the other thing is with this one is that it also has a switch on the back, which has a 2 and a 4. And basically what this means is it becomes players 1 and 2 slots, or it can also become player 3 and 4. So if you want to play a 4-player game of Fubar, you can actually do that without an ECS. We've actually got I think at this point we've figured out how to hack all of the ECS ROMs, not cartridges, can't fix that, but in terms of ROMs on like a back bit or an LTO, you can effectively play Fubar, any of the 4-player. This World Soccer was a big one, so you actually can play with this without an ECS at all, 4 players inputs and such. And of course, Casey's got over here, that's the IntelliPort, which is very similar to this, except it actually has 2 Intellivision compatible controllers. So you could hook up like the Intellivision Touch or the Long Play or Hugo Games controller or Intellivision 2 Flashback or actual Sears Intellivision controllers. So again, like this one, it also has a 2-player and 4-player mode. So you could actually play 4-player games with Intellivision actual controllers on the system as well. So that's what these 2 babies do. The other thing that's really cool about this one, I forgot to mention, I was kicking myself I didn't. This also supports the Nintendo Zapper. So as we were talking about earlier, Duck Hunter was created, or Duck Hunt, a demake of Duck Hunt for the Nintendo. Basically supports actually added features though too, where it actually has a 2-player game mode. So you can actually have 2 zappers shooting at the television at the same time, both shooting at the same ducks. So it becomes competitive in that regard.
Daisy chain?
Yep. And you can also have 2 of these if you're crazy enough to buy 2 of them. like Casey, you could actually do 4-player light gun games. Now, there was one called Shooting Gallery. Shooting Gallery was one that Carlos had made. It was actually almost like Hogan's Alley, where the targets come out and pop out, and you could have 4 players all competing for the same targets on screen. And if red shoots at player 1, it would then flash red, and they got the points. So you're all competing for the same targets, and whoever get the highest score wins. So I'm very excited about that. There are some other games in the work that Carlos is working on. Luke is doing his best to try to salvage the situation. Luke over at Intellivision Collector is doing great work trying to bring another game after this. I don't know which one it is exactly, and I'm not going to speculate, but there's another game in the works already. So if you want to play light gun games on your Intellivision, you could do that. You still need a CRT television, of course. There's no solution for that. But yes. Another thing on the IntelliPort, they also point out, Casey, you'll see there's 2 USB slots on it. Those are not data, but those will support power. So if you have the Intellivision Touch, for example, you can actually plug a USB into that to drive power for the Intellivision. What's that?
Tested and works. Bring up, you can use original controllers or flashback controller.
That's right. There's a flashback switch as well, so it turns the 2 ports into flashback compatible. I really like the flashback controllers. I have several of them myself. So I tend to favor those myself when I have to. But then I use my Sears. I have Sears systems mostly, so I have a few of those floating around as well, the tan ones. So yeah, those are kind of the latest and greatest of what's going on. And so we're I think that's. I mean, for now, we're not really going to be releasing any more hardware like that for a while. We're going to let these kind of stew for a bit, and and as like I said, I'll be working on some light gun games myself as soon as I get my head wrapped around the concept. I've got some ideas. I'm not usually a big port guy. I like to make original games, but certainly inspired by and things like I like the idea of combining things where you could do a controller in one hand and gun in the other. So you could do things like move and shoot, there was a Bank Panic port that Carlos had made where you basically were playing Bank Panic with the controller in one hand and you had the zapper in the other, and you were shooting the cowboys instead of doing the 1, 2, or 3 approach, or hitting fire buttons to shoot. So cool ideas like that. I think there's a lot of potential to fuse different game mechanics together.
New game styles.
And if no one else beats me to it, Robotron or a Robotron-like is definitely something I don't know why that hasn't been done yet, but it needs to. And so someone else can maybe port a pure version if they want to do that. But I would like to do an actual dual disc, Smash TV, Robotron, something to that effect where it's, you move with one and you shoot with the other, because I think that should be a real blast. And I think the Intellivision's hardware has got enough capability to handle. Yeah, exactly. That's a pretty cool thing too about the NTNES. So after PRGE, we sold a few of them to PRGE people out there, which is really great, but we got some really great feedback about it, and unfortunately this meant we were going to have to do some firmware updates. So we did do a recall, and again, if anyone out there has one of these and hasn't sent it back to us yet, contact us so I can help arrange the payment. We'll cover shipping, but we want to get your NTNES back so we can give it the firmware update, because we did a hell of a lot of stuff. Frank and Russ took it to 11. I'm not kidding. So basically, here's a few things. So now there are actually multiple key button layout configurations you can switch. Lamatron, the Amiga. But basically the idea is that you can now hit a certain combination of keys and hit arrows, and there's different button configurations. So basically what we learned at PRGE, because none of us had ever played it, really though, it was impressive. But I'm like 52 everywhere else, I promise you. My knee, I just have my elbow. I was like, But hey, so but the idea basically is that when we played Mario, Super Mario Brothers, which Rev actually had at PRGE, so he let me borrow one of his cartridges. And what we realized was that the buttons were backwards, because we had kind of gone with the cardinal direction of the A, B, and C, much like you have 1, 2, and 3 on the Intellivision. But what it turned out is that the way it had been programmed, the A button was really the run, and it was basically backwards. You know what I'm saying? Usually I think we all know you kind of ride the A and you press the B button to jump, so you could kind of control your run speed. But the way the
you need that the right way playing Mario.
Right, exactly. That's like half the thing. Now, there's also a weird thing that I learned about the Intellivision too that I did not know, is that apparently the Intellivision only knows if 1 button, 2 button, and 3 are being pressed at any given time. But if you press more than than two or more, the Intellivision no longer knows whether it's 1, 2, or 3. So in other words, if I push 1 and 3, it just knows that like they're all being pressed. That's all it knows. You can't. It doesn't have that kind of fine definition. But I still think they coded it in a way that you can effectively run and jump now. So what we did with the NTNest now is you can actually have you press a certain combination of buttons, and there's a manual that explains all this. Even I don't have it memorized. But you can hit like up, and what will happen is the blinker here will blink, and it'll let you know you change the mode to a different configuration. So you can actually change it to like Super Mario Brothers.
Whatever you like for that game.
And for people who have the NTT controller, they actually set it up so that now the number pad and the joystick can be in a dual action mode, so that now the number pad actually is the number pad for player 2 and the disc is actually for player 1. So your NTT can effectively be like the coupler, where now the numbers on that actually work. Yeah. So, and Casey's checked that all out with Frank and stuff. So it's a pretty cool piece of hardware. So I'm really proud of it. We did a lot of cool stuff, and I think it's going to offer a lot of opportunities, especially for people who are like wanting like action arcade joysticks. And even though the device itself, it's $130, so it's not, it's not chump change, but now you can access to all of the Nintendo controllers out there, and and Super Nintendo controllers with the adapter, which can give you like Street Fighter 2 style arcade action. We actually were
real quick on that note. And it's not just the Nintendo controllers, because the brand new 8-bit Do controllers, all of those work as well. Right. Wireless, wired, all of it.
Yep, that's absolutely right. So aftermarket stuff is obviously compatible. One thing we were going to consider doing, but we decided it was too much of a chicken or the egg thing. But basically, it is possible that we could have made it, but we decided not to because of time and everything, was to actually have it where the Super Nintendo controller, like the NTT, or even like just your standard Super Nintendo controller, could have all 6 buttons and start and select be buttons that could be actually accessed by a homebrew game. It wouldn't really, you'd have to write new games. So that was the thing about, we're like, is there really, we weren't sure if we could count on there being enough interest on a homebrew developer to actually write new games that would take advantage of that particular button set. So it was a little bit niche within niche within niche. So we did not end up ultimately doing that, but there's always the future, right? So, you could always consider other possibilities.
More options. You never know what you give options.
Things happen.
You build it, they will come.
Hopefully that's what we're hoping to see with that, because I think basically judging on how well these products go, the only other thing we've really considered strongly doing was effectively doing one for the 2600, 7800, and kind of like the Sega Master System, kind of a catch-all for all the others. The big thing about that was having access to roller balls, having access to analog paddles, so you could actually play like breakout games with a true left-right, hard range. They have that really tight accuracy. So that's kind of a thing we're looking at down the road, but it's one of those things where we just have to kind of figure out, like, how deep is the well, how many people are actually interested in it. That's all that stuff has to play into our decisions on that and stuff. But we've been very happy with, with people using these devices so far. And I really look forward to the homebrew games that come out this year. I think this is a great opportunity for people.
Next year.
Well, that's right. Next year. It's already feels like it's already 2020. I'm already here, man. I'm already there. No, but yes, exactly. Next year's going to be amazing. Yes, it's a cool system. And I like those controllers.
I'm currently collecting for that one right now. Not like going after it, but I'm like 90 something of the 114, I think it is, for the cool. US.
Yeah, I've got that system, and the light phaser was the other thing we were looking at supporting as well. So if we were to get the Sega Master System working, we would also try and make the light phaser work with that. We'd have to make sure, thinking compatibility wise, we try to make sure we wire it in such a way that it behaves like the Nintendo, so that if Duck Hunter were to be bought now and you were to get the light gun later with the light phaser, that it still works with Duck Hunt properly. So, so I'm very excited about what's coming up ahead. And Casey, it's great that you keep this going too, and all you guys who keep coming in every week and checking this stuff out. So yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming on and showing us the products. You've been on the show many times, and in fact, a lot of times you've been the featured guest, not just like a clip showing off a product. You were on one of the first ones, and kind of every so often you've been on. You're one of the early guys that came on.
You were kind of just getting going at that point, weren't you? And that's when I did that. So, golly, that's hard to believe.
Now we're what is this? Did I just say? Are we
90,
we're getting close? We're
You're at
like
98.
2 shows away from 100.
Yeah, this is number 98, right? So,
Yeah.
geez, wow.
That's crazy. Over 2 years. Phew. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next segment. I still have a bunch to go, and we're like hour 37 in.
I
But
know, man.
I thank you for coming on.
And thank you guys for hanging out.
And I can't wait to try out that last one.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Now I got to go air up my wife's tire, which is apparently flat out in the driveway. So she had me turn on the little air compressor. So
now you're ready to go.
All right. You have a great night, everyone.
All right. Night, Caleb.
See ya.
Take care of that hair. Oh, where'd it go? I couldn't find the button. Chuck, if you're listening, click that link. We're almost ready, buddy. Let me catch up here real quick. Always great to have Caleb on. Makes lots of cool stuff for Intellivision and other consoles. There is a rumor that if you have great hair, markets for the Intellivision open up for you. Very cool stuff, says for strings. Yes, that is the one. I didn't realize it had extra hardware in the cart. That explains why it's so impressive. 98 episodes of radness. Definitely has gotten better over the time. I still have a lot of cool ideas that I want to implement, and some of them involve other YouTubers. Just need to kind of get it all going and make it a regular thing. I think it'll be a lot better. I almost missed this completely. We'll have to go back and see what I missed. Yeah, almost always. There's always some cool stuff to see, definitely. Okay, so where are we at here? Let me find out because I kind of skipped ahead. We got through all the news. So, sorry, guys. Those of you that are coming in late, I am still sick for like a week, but the show must go on. Sprint news. So some people are reporting that they're having issues with the controller, just straight up missing certain ones. I believe these are issues with certain controllers because most people, I've talked to a lot of people, most of them are okay. And there's things like where you open it up and change, you back off the screws inside a little bit. And a lot of people say that really helps. Now, I can tell you, Ben said he's going to adjust the torque settings for future runs and back those screws out from the factory. And, you know, they constantly are making things better. Every issue is going to be resolved if it's possible. So that I can assure you, Ben is great. He's dedicated, and he just keeps on chugging along to make this Sprint console as good as it can be. But definitely, if you have issues, it is being worked on. So new features are also being worked on. You've seen, I mean, I've seen a ton of stuff. Once you guys saw it and it was out, some of the stuff's already been put in. There's a lot of things in this last update, like folders and color palettes and a lot of things that pop up. They're just being done. I've never seen anything like this. He's so dedicated. I mean, I'm a huge Ben Jones of PlayOn fan. After this, won't ever doubt him again. So what else we got here? A lot of publishers. This is Sprint news. A lot of publishers are gearing up more and more to release homebrew digital packages. Chuck's got his glasses on. I can see him getting ready. They have the Sprint files ready to go for your carousel. So you're going to get every file needed. You're going to simply drag and drop it over to your USB stick, and you're going to be ready to go. It's great to see so many publishers releasing ROMs that weren't available before and having them Sprint ready where you have to do no work except for drag it over. Sad news now. I don't know if you guys saw it on AtariAge. Digital Revolution, Sprint games, digital physical. He showed us. We talked about it a little bit. I saw a post that says all games are permanently canceled. So let's hope that something works its way out and we get those games. There's a lot of great games that we're going to be offered. I don't have details on what's going on, but let's just hope that we get those games in the future. And Atari seems to have a small amount of Sprint consoles left. Some people say it's like 30-ish. So if you go and look, you can see them. They're pretty much sold out everywhere else. This thing has been selling phenomenally well. It's awesome to see. There's going to be more coming, but it will take some time, of course. And so if you want one, you better get one from Atari before those are gone. I don't know how long it'll be before more are going to be seen, but there will be a short wait. But don't give up. Don't pay those scalping prices on eBay. Wait a little bit. Get them regular price. Once they're not available, these guys have bought a bunch and they're going to throw them up on eBay for 2, 3, 4, 5 times the cost of it. I hate seeing people pay when they're coming out. So, all right. I think that's all I've got. We're going to go ahead and bring on another special guest because I told you guys at the beginning of the show, we're going to talk about features that you would like to see implemented. Try to keep them realistic, but I'll pass along anything you guys want. We're going to try to get a collective of what they should be working on and what needs to be done. What, kind of like the color palette thing, folders, the reset buttons being worked on. Let me just go a few things. The reset button's going to get better. If you're on a Mac, those underscore files, the extra files, I now know how to get rid of them, but it'd be nice if they just were never there and you didn't have to do anything. That's going to happen. Oh boy, there's a couple other things too. Like I said, I'm still all foggy from all the meds and sleep and being sick for a week. But we're gonna have this special guest. We're gonna bring him on. DJC Game Studios.
Telling you, just order more merch. I'm gonna need more coffee cups, everything. Oh, I gotta go. I'm live.
What's going on, sir?
What's happening? It is
good to see you.
Always good to have to be on here and to talk with you.
I thought you were going to have a third pair.
Oh.
Well, I invited Chuck on because he's a big Sprint guy. He's done a lot, big Intellivision guy. We're going to talk about, and I need to be able to write some of these down because going back and looking at the video, that is not fun to do whenever it's 3+ hours long. So I'm going to write down a lot of the stuff, and you guys can message me too if you're watching later. What are there some things that you've noticed that you wish we talked about the reset
as far
button.
as like you talking about like if they bring out like another rendition, or are you talking about stuff that we need with this current?
Yeah,
Sprint?
the current model Sprint. Things like how we added folders, how we're changing the reset button, how color palettes, like what else, getting the ECS games to function properly. That's in the works.
So I'm very impressed with this system. I'm not as savvy with going in and doing a bunch of folders and pictures. I've learned to do the pictures and the stuff like that and the box art. So I'm pretty happy with that. But I really think we need controller packs. I know we've said that for a long time, but extra controller packs,
I brought that up, definitely.
I think also as a collector and all of us being collectors, I think a really good, awesome thing to have, and I've said this before, but I'll say it again, is if you're going to do packs, have some fun with it. You're Atari. You do all these crazy multicolored Atari joysticks and theme stuff. Let's do some Sears controllers. Let's do the white ones. Let's do the Intellivision 2 controllers in a wireless, and sell them in packs, because your fans that bought all these Sprints, they'll buy these too. Both because you want extra controllers in case, oops, I dropped this and it shattered, or something broke on it.
Games ever becomes a thing.
Yeah, I think that they really need to do that's my number one. Because I mean, other than updating things and fixing things here, the color palette change to me was one of the best things they did. Like especially playing horse racing. We were playing horse racing on Christmas Eve.
The colors were wrong.
It was at my Christmas party, like before the update, and everybody's betting on horses, and we're having a great time, and everybody goes, "Why is my blue horse pink, like straight up bubblegum pink?" I'm like, "Don't worry." And then pink was like blue, and blue was pink. Up was down, left was right. Everybody was having a terrible time figuring out. But yeah, the color palette update, 100% great. I think everything with the folders and I think there's not much that's bad. It's just a little tweaking here and there.
One. There was just something else, and I just music is coming too. I'm pretty sure.
Ooh,
I don't know
that would be cool.
What I asked for in the music was whatever basic tune or thing they're talking about snafu. Well, I said, we'll do it like in a file format like MP3 and have it on there where we can replace it and make it our own with whatever we want. That would be just like you do with the ROMs. Make it where we can do it our own, and I'm hoping that is the thing. So
Is that just
music
for
should be
menu
coming.
music, or is it so every song,
Menu
you have
music.
a song for each one? Like you slip over to what Night Stalker
Well, it'll be
and
like
that.
no, it'll be like menu music, but I'm pretty sure like they're talking about using someone suggested during the live stream Snafu, that like tune, they own it, they don't have to worry about copyright. But my suggestion was make it where we can replace it so people can put whatever type of music they like. I want my Intellivision on there. That's the one I recommended, but they're
That
not
would
sure
be
about
the
the legal rights
best.
to it.
Yeah, because also you gotta remember if that's gonna be always playing, and I'm sure there's long as there's an option to turn it off, but
Yes,
if you're gonna
let me
always
put that.
be playing that when the menu's on, I don't know. I was even thinking Shark did it at the end, the ending music, but I'm like, after a while, that's gonna get in. Both Snafu and that are gonna get annoying, So as long as there's a
Being
way
able to turn it off is a good point to make sure that they don't overlook.
Yeah. But other than that, yeah, I would love to like upload my own literally my own music.
It's DJC Dynamite.
Dynamite Kablamo. It's my catchphrase. It's what
Camaro
everybody
SS says,
says.
who is this guy? Never heard of him.
I haven't heard of me either. So I gotta ask, you haven't seen that mantis around your game room over there, have you? Like behind the cabinets over there with all your games? Oh man. Oh.
This is Corey and Mantis and all the sprints they've taken, but I don't know who that good-looking guy on the right is.
I think that's a guy he's a super guy. He's a mega super guy. He loves graphics. I think he's 64. I don't know.
Ooh. But that's definitely not me. It looks like me, but that's Corey.
With that haircut, yeah.
I guess let me do this one.
There we go.
Retro Bro, what's going on? How late am I? Only a few minutes back on chat. I'm still sick, but that never slows me down, buddy.
I lucked out.
For high scores.
So I lucked out not to get sick, man. Everyone around me was just
I don't know how.
Oh, dude. It's last time I was ever sick, I had COVID. So
I don't get sick a lot, but I have young school-age children, and lucky for me. So I did a little poll the holidays. Did you make it through without getting sick? 78% said yes. 91 votes. 22% said no, that they got sick. Everyone I know has been sick, so I don't know how all these people aren't sick. Johnny says DJC Game Studios in the house.
What is happening?
So people are saying save right now, guys. If you have options, not like hardware stuff, but like software, like adding folders, color palettes, all the little tweaks that we can do. Like that's what we're talking about right now.
Okay, I got something that would be really cool because I was thinking this. So where you can do your 3 screenshots. If it's I don't know the power.
Don't add a 4th screenshot if I haven't already told you.
No, I'm looking about what about
it took them all away and now none of them show up.
What about like a GIF or like a short video, like a little looping short video? That would be really neat.
I don't think that those files are small and they have to all be formatted the right size. Or
okay, that's what I was wondering because I'm like, it might not be able to fit. Plus, that would be insane. But I mean, like on a certain things, like
imagine if you put one for like a whole bunch of games, it would be playing and resizing all of that. It would stutter big time if it does on images.
But I mean, like, yeah, but I would only do it on like one thing, like as a joke or something. I thought it'd be kind of cool because what was funny is for my Christmas party, I had my friends and that I always go out on camping trips with. We always do horse racing while we're camping, and we've done it for years. And so I made like a custom cover where I had them all on the cover of horse racing, literally, and it was hilarious. And in the background, I had like pictures of when we were camping and stuff like that. But I was like, man, it'd be so cool just for like one game if you could have like a little like just a small little what would that be, an MP4, MP whatever, just like a short little
MP4 would be, or MP3 would be audio.
Yes, I think it's MP4s or video, yeah. But something not even high quality, just like I said, just something that loops really quick or something,
This one I like. I don't know if it's possible. instead of having, I don't know if it's possible, but like you could go into to settings and do wipe all and factory reset instead of having to fumble with the file, hope you got the extensions right. Just be able to go in, click, are you sure? And wipe it all that way. But the way you do it when it boots up, I'm not sure, but that's a good idea. I'll have to ask if that's something that is possible. It'd make it a lot easier for everyone.
Hugo's in the house.
I'm trying to catch up here. So another one is save states. I thought they said I'm going to ask them about it. Save states were like you literally just talking about you're playing, you save it, you come back, you're right where you were. Or because I know saving, what is that? Mine's kind of plain on the back. I don't have anything on the back.
Oh, really? You don't have this custom DJC Game Studios controller?
Yours is a little cooler than mine.
Like I said, they're available nowhere, but you can get this controller at oghugo.com and use code DJC.
So saving high scores, that is a thing if the game has it. That all works.
Right.
But save states do not, but I will ask them about it if it's even something possible down the road. I know it's been brought up before. So keep them coming, guys. We'll throw them up. We'll talk about them. I'll get the whole list to Ben, and they'll see what they can do. But save games or high scores do already work. The game just has to support it. Save states would be awesome. Yeah, I would like save states. Yep, a way to factory default from the menu. I think that would be pretty cool if they could do it, because it is kind of a pain. And when I first did that, I'm doing early testing, and I wanted to do it just to try it so I can help people do it. And I had a little bit of issues to get that to work the first time. I mean, not too much, but it'd be easy. Just go in the menu, wipe all, factory reset, whatever, and boom, 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 restarts. I
know we had mentioned about doing the reset, just reset to the game's title screen. Is that
being worked on?
That is being worked on already.
That's already being worked on. I don't think color palettes per game, but there is a way to do. I like the second one they just put on in the update, but there is a way to do other color palettes, just not as easy. So if you go into options, display, and change a color palette, it doesn't tell you which one it's on. It just beeps. You'll know when you open up a game and the colors look different. But you can side load, open up that file. I haven't tried this yet, but it is possible, and you can go through other color palettes. And then when you load, it'll use it. But when you get one that mostly looks right, most people are satisfied. You give too many options or make it too hard. People just don't get lost in what to do.
I pretty much, when I did the update, I pressed 3 once to change the color palette, and it went to that old school color palette, like the correct one. So I never messed with it after that. I did that on both my sprints. But then my third one I don't have because the mantis broke into my house and stole it from underneath my tree. But other than that, I think that was a great idea. I haven't checked out any of the other palettes, but I think that pressing it just that first time after the update will put it to that darker green. It won't be like neon green on everything. It won't be all crazy pink. Like your bowler will be the normal light purple. You'll be able to see your greens and everything on the golf game. Your horses will be the correct color, even though the blue is always a cyan kind of bluish purple.
If it's off, it's one thing, but when it's a whole another color.
When it was literally bubblegum pink, and I'm like, I'm trying to explain to everyone, there's an update coming, but it looks good now.
I think that's all set stuff. The border around the edges of the games, border colors.
Yeah, see, I do that. What everybody hates, the 16:9. I stretch it, so it doesn't bother me.
So Mark has a good question, not related to different things we can implement, but I am gonna reach out to them. I'm curious because I'll even offer to help them get their files ready if they're. I've done that for several people already. Get the screenshots, get all the files, make sure they're all right, test it on the sprint, and then send it back to them, and they can sell ROMs and offer sprint ready versions. And so I definitely want to reach out to them. Let me make a note. I just haven't yet. I've been so busy and I've been sick and the holidays.
Tapper's reviews made a good point. With all the new sprints coming out going forward, they should really just be the default should be that second color palette. It should be because that first one was way too bright. and off.
I have that in my notes too, because a lot of people brought that up, that the one that originally came on it was not quite right.
Right.
Let me find that here. I'll make a note again because I know I've already done that. The new one to default.
Yeah,
that
like
way,
that second, whatever the second darker green metal electronics one is.
What's up, Jerome? Corey in chat. And Chick.
Well, Corey is stealing Intellivision sprints. Casey's here on the Intellivision show. I don't know what he's talking about.
While we're talking about this, Corey, Mantis, and whoever that good-looking bald guy was, they're stealing all the sprints. So I don't think that's possible because that's an emulator thing, the volume for each game. But there are games that are louder. Yeah. I always wanted that. You know, it's like turn on a low game, then you go to a high game. You're like, whoa. Oh boy, what did I do with my trying to get ready too? Because we are gonna, after we talk about this a bit, we're gonna head into a head-to-head one game of Phoenix.
Well, and I was gonna switch that up on you. We've done Phoenix a million times. What if we do AF head-to-head and see how long we last on one game? But no continues. Yeah, because that new sequel just started being worked on now. And
I told people all about your video, and I didn't tell them what. And now you
so check out the video. But whatever, it's still cool to see. If you haven't heard about a lot of new viewers will be interested in this. There's a Electronite game from for the Intellivision and for the Sprint, and it's available now. It's called AF or Anthropomorphic Force, and they are working on a sequel. And right now, and I've been talking to William from Electronite, and I'm kind of passing on some of the stuff that was in the comments of the video. So if you go to the video and you've played the game, or you buy the game and you play it and you go, oh man, they're going to be working on that. I don't know how long it takes. It might be the year, who knows, but I think it's good to have feedback on what the fans want. And I kind of sent like 7 or 8 bullet points of just off comments and my own thing. Like we had stuff like, some options or some, like buddy fighters that would, fight alongside you, different power-ups like flamethrowers and ray gun and stuff like that. Or even having like giant, like mega bosses, which they always have in that game, like coming out from like this side, then coming out from up top and coming up from the bottom, and all that type of stuff. But yeah, there was some really cool comments about, what people want to see. I mentioned the boss thing and then the side scrolling too. I wouldn't mind some side scrolling.
Yeah, levels. The other way.
Or having to find stuff, or even going into a shop to buy an upgrade. Another thing I mentioned was, what about having a couple different character selectors at the beginning? So where this character has these weapons, this character has a couple more different weapons, and you could really add to the story.
DJC special guest. Yeah, there's going to be scalpers. There's someone selling 7 of them for $219.99. Don't buy them, guys. I promise you. They've already promised they're going to be selling these until they don't sell anymore. So, I mean, unless you just can't wait, you don't want to pay that money. So as long as the mods are cost effective for production and consumer, they should definitely add some stuff for the next version. I can't really speak on that kind of stuff, but trust me, they're dedicated. I can tell you that. Yeah, I wrote it down that way. I knew what you meant. When you're in 4.3 mode and you got the black bars to have artwork, I'm not sure if because that has to go through the emulator, but I'll ask. I did write it down, and I knew what you meant. It wouldn't do any good to put graphics in the 16:9 mode.
The ROM for the Pandora incident, I believe, George Plimpton Easter egg in the menu would be awesome. I'm feeling a little flat, and he just like does or a commercial.
Game color palette.
Yeah, 4 strings. Check out electronite.com and then or electronite.net. You could also, which will take you to a kind of showing what's coming, and a lot of those are now available. But I think Pandora Incident is available. I know the ROM is. I don't know if the Sprint files are ready yet, but email electronite@hotmail.com and you could probably purchase the ROM. And I believe they might have those files ready. If not, then I'm sorry. But there's the email right there.
They know it. I got it on speed dial. I'm way behind on chat, guys. I'm going to catch up right now. Also shows software version, palette selection. Yeah, I brought that up because you just click it. You don't know till you go in the game, but you know when you're on the wrong one.
Great idea. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't even think of that. Like, I'm like, well, I guess we'll just hit it once. And I'm like, yeah, it would be good to just show option 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or whatever there is, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a great idea.
I have not heard anything about this. I know there's plans on things, but I haven't heard anything about that yet.
Yeah, I forgot who mentioned that. If it was Retro Creep or someone I was watching was like,
Makes
yeah,
sense.
this came out, but it didn't have the Atari Soft titles, and it didn't have like Centipede, which was their IP. I was like, that was kind of a lost opportunity, right? To add that extra game in there.
I'm not sure about all of them. Someone asked earlier about USB 2.0 or 3.0. A lot of people are having issues with 3.0. I am using, what is it? A Cruiser Glide 32 gig SanDisk, and they work great. I have a bunch of them. I just ordered 3 more. You have the cool ones. You have it where you can show it?
So these right now, at least the last time I checked, are back in stock on Etsy. Intellivision ROMs, actual wood USBs with real wood grain and stain. And they're cheap. They're $8 because they're custom made, but they work perfectly with the Sprint, obviously. And I got a couple of these. I just ordered a few more for my other ones too. So yeah, these are on Etsy, but they look really, really cool.
Yeah, I know other Poe saw your video and he ordered them as well. And the guy was all excited because he saw Poe's video and saw his USB sticks.
Nice.
Trying to catch up here. I'm not too far behind, but I'm a little bit. I'm just looking for things. Has anyone noticed any emulation problems on the Sprint? All games work well and seem like the real thing. So this is using JZI Intv emulator, which is the best, bar none. The emulator is top notch.
Well, that was also used. That was also used on the flashback, wasn't it?
The ultimate flashback.
Ultimate flashback. Okay.
Yeah, that one's in there as well. It is the best. The guy that brought us the LTO Flash, early Homebrews, a lot of the boards that the Homebrews are on, all the same guy. So definitely, Mr. Postile says, I suggested full frontal nudity for AF2. Did you tell him, DJC?
That was the first bullet point.
I watched this train wreck of Bart playing AF for the first time. I watched it. He just needs to practice. It's a fun game. I don't know how many times. Oh man, I got to start at the top again.
That's how you'll start playing it. Is it's die boom until you find out. Okay, the key to that is don't overdo the speed. I always say 1 speed up is fine. 2, you're playing with
too much.
Playing with too much. 3 or 4, you're going to be like zip, 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 smash. So make sure you just get 1 speed up and avoid the rest.
So 4 strings, you should be able to email. Pandora Incident is available on ROM, right?
It should be. Yeah, I have it.
Pretty sure. Electronite at hotmail.com.
Now, mind you, I might have gotten it a year ago when it was on Intellivision Collector's site for a while.
Yeah, I never know how I get stuff.
The worst, just email, and I believe, I'm gonna look right now.
I'm gonna catch up on these. Again, guys, we're talking about software type things, not really hardware because that's a lot harder, but things they can implement, like how we've got color palettes folders. Whenever you get out of a game and it goes back to the game you were on and not at the beginning and you got to scroll through again. I recommended the same thing. When you go into a folder, you come out of a folder the same way, have it come out where you went in. And I think that's going to be in the next one. So we're looking for other ideas. They are highly dedicated to keep making this Sprint better and better. And I just love seeing that. I love being a part of it.
Yeah. Okay, so Anthropomorphic Force is $12.50. Great game. Comes with the Sprint folders. Same with Pandora Incident is on the list of they should have ready. So
Bears
just
email
Electronite.
He bought it a month ago.
Yep, email electronite@hotmail.com.
You can get it, sir. Bears fan Goomba says, yep, too much speed sucks. Not everyone can handle it. By the end, I was avoiding all speed ups, not even the first one. That's a Bart who was playing it. I saw his video. I think it was today I saw it.
It's good in boss battles to have like when you have more room, but when you're going through them tunnels and you got 2 or 3 speed ups, you're crashing. There's no way you're making
it. The quarters are too tight.
Yeah.
So we've got I've got a bunch of stuff here. There's already stuff. I'm always submitting things, and then when I see and hear things, Ben, I'm telling you, he watches YouTube videos, he watches Facebook, he watches AtariAge. He sees a lot of things, and they're constantly looking for ways to make it better. They're dedicated. I can guarantee you that. We're going to go through all this stuff. I'll give them a list, and we'll see. I'm sure you're going to see. I'll be one of the ones testing the new update when it comes, and then maybe we'll have Ben on again, and we'll talk about them all. And then he'll do like what he's been doing. Once I approve it and we talk about it and show it, then he's gonna release it on AtariAge, let the masses go at it. Once it's okay, everything's good, or if there's a bug, fix it. And then once it's good, Atari gets it, and then it's official update. So there's a process there. It's been working great so far. So if you're having issues or you like certain things, be patient. I promise you, this isn't here you go, have fun, like it or not. They're dedicated, so don't worry about that. You're having issues, they're gonna fix them. They want this thing to keep being successful. So absolutely. All right, well, I'm not seeing any more comments. What game did you want to play? AF?
I say let's do some AF. I mean, do you want to do one like I
have AF loaded up.
Would it be better to do one continue, or if we die like right away, or do you want to do just one and then no continues?
We can always do a stream. I'm 2 hours and 10 minutes in, and I still got a lot of stuff to do.
Well, let's just do one, no continuing.
One pressure, no continues, all the stress. You just gotta play. And if you can you handle it?
Can you handle it is the question.
Can you handle it? So we're going to play a quick head-to-head, one game of AF. Winner takes all. Let me see here. This one.
It's funny. I keep looking at the chat, going to click on stuff, but I can't.
I know. I do that. I do that when I'm in your guys's. You know what? I need to go to this one. Oh, that won't change anything. The screen's still going to be the same size. Are you in stretch mode, sir?
I am. I'm in 16:9. Yep. That's how I play. I'm crazy. See, I'm still having it not save for me, which is weird because I beat the Tunnel 2 boss already. I'm in Tunnel 3.
Huh. Need to look at your JSON file.
I might have to ask you later how to do that.
Yeah, I can help you out if it's not been done.
I think that's the only problem. Yeah.
Speed up. Oh, I'm already dead.
Speed up. Power up.
Me and my big mouth. Let's just do one. Yeah, Barry, that's what I need.
Oh, mother of lords.
I already died once.
Yeah, I just died once, which I was...
It happens.
Sometimes you can have a bad game.
That's why I like live head-to-head one shot. Even if you're always better than me, I might win once in a while.
Shoot, I missed that power up. Damn it, I got another speed up, and I didn't mean to.
Oh, what the heck?
Ugh.
I was on auto fire, then it was gone. I hope one of us gets to the boss, because a lot of people... Bart hasn't seen the boss. Chuck is pretty good at this one, though, because he plays this one a lot. I'm not getting that damn speed up. Live head-to-head with DJ C.
That's what I needed. All right. Now we're rocking.
Power up! I haven't died again, have you?
No, I'm still on my first. I mean, I died twice, but I'm still. I haven't.
You died
continued.
twice?
I died twice already. Yeah. I had a rough start, which sometimes that'll happen. Doesn't mean we can't finish strong.
Oh! Oh no! I went down and hit one. I almost had the boss beat.
Oh, you're at the boss already?
I almost beat him. He was flashing red. Now I'm pissed off. 7,200. Oh, that was a dumb death the second.
See, the best way to get the boss is actually the double fire, not the triple, but it'll just take me a little bit longer, that's all.
I had him flashing red too. DJ, what's going on, sir? Good to see you.
Oh, you mother. Well,
Oh, you got me. I had 7,200.
yeah, that was a rough one.
Neither one of us beat the boss.
But it was kind of cool just to show that game off. It is a really great game.
It's a fun game. Multiple
Yeah.
bosses. How many bosses are in there?
Well, you got, I think you got 6 tunnels, so 6 or 7 tunnels.
Nice.
So you
I have
have
not.
the boss
I've only
per
seen
tunnel.
maybe 3 of them.
The cool one is the final level. It has that giant, like, 8-eyed dragon or whatever. It just like, it's crazy, man.
I've seen more bosses watching you play than I've got to, but
And I haven't played like all the way through like the game in a while. There's a lot of deaths when you play through it. I mean, if you play it constantly, you'll kind of master it. But if you stop playing, you'll get rusty really quick.
you know you're still on the game screen.
I do. I didn't. I just noticed it. I'm like, absolutely, I knew that. I was like,
We
I don't
never do that. We never do that. Bart says maybe I can learn something here. Well, you learned you can see a little farther, but neither one of us beat the first boss, and we both can do it pretty easy.
Yeah, I can usually do I can usually do the worm and the spider super easy. I start having problems when I get to the jellyfish, but usually after a few deaths I can get him. And then after that it does get extremely hard.
Topper's Review says, I watched CDC's video on AF and was very impressed. I mainly want Sprint for classic stuff, but I may have to buy a copy of AF just because it's so impressive. Well, don't be shy because there are a lot of games that are that impressive.
I'd say anything when you see that Electro Knight logo, it's always like a very, and they got a couple like simple games too, but they have a lot of in-depth system pushing graphical games like Defender of the Crown. I played that the other day. That was super fun. AF, the Pandora Incident, Infiltrator. These games are games that you're gonna really have a story or a mission and a long in-depth gameplay and a really like. So yeah, Electro Knight. Oh wait, Ballista Avenue Redux, another one that's just like multiple endings, kind of you got to go
Fires like that, multiple endings.
Just great games. Electro Knight at hotmail.com.
TJ, my favorite bastard, said, beat Casey. He did this time. 2,000 something points. I had like 7,200. You got like 95, I think.
Yeah, it was like 95 something. So right now,
I don't know. Hugo's asking. I hear that they say it. I heard they've got like 30, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I'm checking right now. The last time I checked, it was 32.
Do you have that one, TJ? If not, let me know. If you want to play it, I'll send you that game. You make a video playing it.
Oh, dang, dude. It's so a few just sold during your show. So 28 left in stock, guys. 28 at Atari.com.
Go get one at Atari. Use the other one later. Sell it later. If you want one now, get it at Atari.
Yeah, Atari.com. I still am waiting on 2. I have one as a
now,
gift.
Hugo. You're still waiting. I know. I got to get another one too.
Yeah, I got 2 that I have open. One that's in my arcade, which I'll also move everywhere. One for streaming, but I am going to get one sealed. And then the other one coming in is a gift that I ordered a while back before Christmas, but it's still on its way.
Bart
Either
said
that or Mantis took it. I don't know which one.
OpCode Arcade had a video playing AF earlier, and he's all, you guys started off making me feel better at least, but then we did good after we died that first one.
Yeah, after the bad beginning, like once you get down, it's more.
I don't have stage fright. Sometimes I just suck.
Sometimes I do when I'm like playing live. Not real, but also I've had some of my best scores doing live stream, like my lunch. When I used to do my lunchtime streams, like those were where I just play for 2 hours, and that's how I got my high Phoenix score.
You get good at it.
But then I won't play it for a bit, and then like 2 weeks will go by, and I'll fight. Like if I fired up Phoenix right now, I probably wouldn't get past up to the like.
That's why you didn't want to play Phoenix. I haven't played it since that live stream. I've been busy testing, family, moving. Steven says, hello, DJC, Corey, and team. The sprint is forever.
Forever is, I don't have any props or videos.
Yeah. Bears Fan Goomba, Police Avenue Redux is one of those next games I want. It's good. It's definitely different, too.
I have the physical, too. I found it on eBay. Where'd it go?
Steven says, my New Year's resolution, start competing on these high scores. Where do I go on the website? So the main one is Facebook, Intellivision Invasion. Every week there's a new game. You win, you pick the next game. As long as it's not a repeat, every year they do it again. Kevin Schultz puts it on, does all the work. It's easy. All the information you need posted. We do a lot of fun stuff between us. If you want to come on and do a live just like what we did, you can do it in 5 minutes. I need to start doing this again. I always plan to like have someone pop on.
You got to
do a game, and that's it.
That's why we're here. We got to play the games that we're buying.
I know you're better. You're much better at that than I am.
Dude, I don't know what happened to my Palista Avenue. I know I was showing it to someone the other day. This is another one I just picked up off of eBay. There was quite a bidding war on this one in Exerion and Goonies, but I got this one complete in box.
Ooh. So, funny story on that. I never knew that game before this.
I did.
Played them all. I had them early to show them off and promo. It was my least favorite. And then it became my favorite.
So I did like earlier on my channel, I did like I was like bored and I did like let's find the weirdest games ever made. And that was one of them that came up. It was Naughty Boy, so it was this arcade. I had it like on a RetroPie or whatever. And I loved it, and but it was so frustrating. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like 2 months later or a year later, they're like, "Oh, guess what's coming for Intellivision?" I'm like, "Freaking Naughty Boy!"
So we got Exerion, Naughty Boy, and Goonies.
Yeah.
And you know, I came to love all of them, but Naughty Boy I really liked. Roger, I'm sorry, I forgot. What are you talking about? I got one if you need it, Casey. I'm not sure. I lost track of that. I'm trying to keep caught up here, but it's not easy. I was trying to beat Chuck.
I'm really wondering
I see all,
what Avenue is now.
Oh, are you talking about the show stuff?
Oh,
that.
I moved all my Electronites in a row. It's right here.
See, a lot of people do that. I like to put them alphabetical order because when you've got hundreds and hundreds, sometimes you forget who made that game.
Well, not
then you
all of us
can't
can have
find the damn
thousands
thing.
of every copy, Casey.
Well, I don't mean that, but like, if you have enough, it's not always easy to remember who made it. I mean, right now it is.
Oh yeah.
But like, go 3-4 years down the road, you're like, oh crap, who made that one? You want to play it again.
Well, that's
I
what
have 3
love
of them.
about the
Roger,
physicals
3.
at Electronite. I absolutely love because they always have that same like swoop, you know, and then everything's. I'm really a sucker for like this type of stuff, the bookend stuff where everything looks kind of uniform. I don't know, that's just weird. My weird
Things always change, but yeah, I like that too. Bart says he set his all-time score on Donkey Kong arcade version on a live stream. We were talking about that.
Nice. What was his score?
The arcade version?
Yeah, I have. Mine was.
You have scores for arcade?
Yeah, so I have 85,600 was DK.
No, not that. I have the actual arcade.
Oh, yeah, that I probably have on my machine, but
I was gonna say I don't think you have those on there.
No, this is all Intellivision.
Maybe he does mean the Intellivision version, but I would guess he means arcade.
But also
Holy moly.
Check out the Green Ape version though, 136,800. If you could deal with those controls and get to 136 over that score, then you're a better man. I don't think I can do that.
Jerome, it's fun to talk and watch Intellivision streams. However, it's being ability to partake. The Sprint has done that for me. That's awesome. Yeah, the Sprint's doing that for a lot of people. It's great to see. I love it. Emulator config settings. Camo Ducky, $50 super chat. Woo! Holy moly. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Hey, guys, y'all mean the world to me. I'm so blessed to have found Renee. After I proposed, I would love for you some video shorts from a certain Camo Duck. Love everyone in chat. Thanks. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Actual arcade version says off-grid arcade. It was 150,000 or so.
Oh, nice.
I don't know. I mostly play Intellivision these days, so
I got to get back into doing my arcades and maybe documenting my high scores because I have a Mr. Do machine, a Yara Kung Fu machine, Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, Super Pac-Gal, like all the classics. But I should do like a running like high score thing with that. That would be fun.
It's always good to keep track. Be like, hey, what's your high score? My throat's starting to.
Well, you're only 4.5 hours in. You'll be okay. Oh, you're muted. You there? Uh-oh.
I'm here. I just couldn't click the darn button. Tofu's talking about updates again, and this is a good one. Just click a button and have it load a random game.
Oh, like a random. They used to do those like on like the Pis, like the retro, like the Raspberry Pis and stuff.
I don't know if that's easy or not, but if it is, why not? I think that'll make you play things that you normally, that you've never played or wouldn't normally pick.
Now, Casey, do you have I know you do the folders and stuff, but do you have like by brand or do you just have your carousel maybe? Like I saw a lot of people where you can do like all the Imagics, like you'll go through. So I'm thinking about just labeling like my Imagic stuff, Imagic, and then the title so that when I go through my carousel, you see all those silver boxes at once,
Yeah, you can do it that way. You can change a JSON file and have Imagic games and then alphabetize. You can do folders. Yeah. I'm going to do mine 2 ways because, and as streamers, sometimes we want to make something different. I'm going to have one USB stick with whatever I want to do. Like say I'm doing a stream on Electronite games. I'm going to have with all the Electronite games together, right. But I still want them all alphabetical. So I'm going to have folders. So I'm going to have like A to, whatever, J and J to whatever, and probably break up into 3. But I'm also going to have a version where I have all Electronite games, all Intellivision Collector, all Intellivision Revolution. I want to be able to go in like that. But I also want them all in one big alphabetical order. But to do that, you're going to have to utilize folders. But
I got a question, and you'll probably, and a lot of people probably would want to know this too, because I am really stupid when it comes to any of this stuff. How many games will the Sprint allow you to put on one USB stick?
So there's people that have put everything on one, I've heard it stops after R. So, but folders eliminates that problem. So you can't have just like 300 games chilling in one directory.
Oh,
So
got you.
that's why if
Okay.
I did alphabetical, I would put like maybe 3 folders. I don't think 2 would cut it because, you know, once you get them all, that's a lot of games.
So but you'd be able to get the whole 125 on one USB.
I don't know. I don't know the people that have done it and it stopped at R. I don't know if they had a bunch of other stuff.
I'm wondering
I
because
have not
I usually
tested limits myself yet.
because I've been doing a lot of them to where if it's especially like if I'm like there's games I don't play like checkers, reversey, stuff like that. Not that I don't want to learn reversey. I heard it's supposed to be really fun. I just never did. But a lot of those games I won't put the artwork or I'll just do one screenshot.
Yeah.
So I think it eliminates where I'm not having 4 screenshots, overlays, and every in a story and everything on it, you know.
As streamers, you know, someone might say, "Hey, what's that game look like?" You want to show them? Oh, I don't have it on there. I don't ever play that. You could put all the stuff you'll never play unless you're asked to in one folder.
The Vectron USB.
Word fun, you know, learning.
Yeah, word fun and math fun.
Yeah, if someone wants to see it, you still have a folder there where you can pop it in and show someone. This is an Intellivision specific emulator, so a lot of people have asked about that. It will not play any other type of games, just Intellivision, but that would be cool if you could sideload a bunch of other stuff. Everyone's saying congratulations to Camo Ducky. Yes, congratulations, Steven.
Yeah,
that
congrats.
is awesome.
If that's a thing, I don't know if you've asked yet.
Yeah,
but
that's sweet.
That's freaking awesome.
You're gonna have to keep us all posted for sure. I have the 125 in one folder, then Homebrews by who made them. So apparently, and you have all the artwork for all the 125, right? Off grid. So apparently the 125 works. See, I hadn't tried it myself, and I think the other people that did it that stopped at R, they had a ton of stuff all in one folder when they did it. Because it was all before we had folders as an option.
I still don't know how to do folders at all. So that's I guess that's something I need to look into.
I can help you anytime. We could log in like this, but not be live. And I can just show you what I'm doing, show you, help you, show me. You show me yours, I'll show you mine.
That's what the Mantis said, and now I'm missing a sprint.
Mr. Poststyle says, "Okay, I'm exhausted and stupid for staying up this late. Got to get up at 3:45. It is 10:27 p.m. Love the sprint. Love you guys. Good night. Thanks for stopping in, Poe. Thanks for staying up late. I still have a while to go. As always, I'm getting hungry too. 2.5 hours in, but this was a pretty good show. We had all kinds of people, multiple guests, all kinds of stuff. I mean, multiple guests. Yeah, checking on eBay. They're gonna keep going up whenever people start realizing they're gone.
Yeah, and I've already seen them at $220 a piece. You know, they're making $70 off of 149. You know.
Yeah. Then after fees. So OG Hugo, all the testing I do, all the stuff's been going on in my life. I don't even have my personal one done. I have a ton of sticks, ton of things partway done. I started mine, but there is one. Mike McMaster on Intellivision Invasion posted his complete 125, all the artwork. A lot of people have got that. I recommend doing that. I don't even have my own yet. I'm working on it, but man, all the testing and all the YouTube stuff, the kids stuff, the house moving, all that stuff comes first. And I've been sick. I just haven't had time to do my own besides what you've seen me do for videos. Yes, it works fine. Then Electronite has a folder. Yeah, that's how I have mine started.
Yeah.
125 Electronite. But I also want to put everything in one big one so I can just go alphabetical. So, I mean, with folders, you can do it. You can put endless files. You will never fill up, multiple gigabytes with Intellivision stuff.
Right.
Everyone's saying goodnight to Post Style. So, anything else before I move on to the next segments? I'm going to let you know about what's going up.
I'm going to let you get back to your show, and I'm going to finish cleaning up this place and get ready for a New Year's Eve party in a couple days. So,
are you going live tonight?
At this point, probably not.
Yeah, it's getting already kind of late.
Yeah, and I got to be up tomorrow, so but I'll pass it back to you, and you have a great show, man. I appreciate you having me on, and anytime.
Yeah, it was fun getting my butt whipped on one. We're 1-1.
Yeah, that's true.
It's all that pressure. All right, buddy. We'll talk to you soon. I'll help you with the folders.
Thank you so much. Take care.
All right, night. All right, guys, let me find where I was because I did skip a lot of stuff because the show was going on so long tonight. Appreciate you guys that are still here watching, or people that are catching up later. I know it's a long one. I don't always get to catch all the long shows, but I do save them and catch up, or I watch them like 1 1/4 or 1.5 speed. That's another neat trick. I don't know if you guys use that. You can still usually understand when you're watching it later at a higher speed. You can understand everything, even though everyone sounds different, but you can get a lot more watching in. So what else do we have here? So mail call, as I said earlier, almost never do I have nothing to show in mail call. This is one of those weeks. I think I blame it on Christmas. I've got stuff on the way. My voice is starting to go. I've got stuff on the way, but nothing here to show you guys. Got a couple high scores. This was posted on my Discord, and oh boy, I just lost who sent me that. Darn it. I had the name. This is Beauty and the Beast Pro on, what is it? I forget what, Retro Arcade, or it was some kind of, I can't remember what it is at this point. 20,900. It was submitted on my Discord. I have a section for a lot of different things and high scores. You can post screenshots, and then people can talk about it. I've had a lot of chat about the Sprint lately. The Discord channel, you guys, it's all free, of course, for those of you who don't know what it is. There's a lot of chatter in there now. I gotta start watching it better. At first, it takes a while to kind of get moving. Now there's a lot of chatting. But this was Beauty and the Beast Pro, a homebrew by David Harley, Intelligent Vision. And then I have mine, which I also submitted earlier. Yes, I'm a Niners fan since 1980. We beat the Bears. It was a back and forth game. Man, what a good game. But I stayed up late. 85,780 on Pitfall. That's right around my personal best. And that's what I've got for high scores. Homebrew Highlight. So we're going to open this bad boy. This is still sealed. This is one of the new releases from Intelligent Vision. That's the ROM. The completed box is from Intellivision Collector. And this is sealed. We're going to open it up. I have the ROM, but I have not played the completed box version yet. So this is going to be a beautiful gatefold. Also compatible with PAL system sticker on the back. Here we've got all the changes. Dreadnaught Factor, like mini games David Harley does. Already a great game. He made it better. Normally I have this stuff out and ready, but since I wanted to open it, there's the box, gatefold. Here we've got the full color manual. We've got the overlays and the cartridge. So we are going to stick it in and try it. I don't have this one on my Sprint yet. Switch over here. I've got both of them hooked up. My squeaky chair. Only when I'm leaning forward. A couple of you guys have pointed that out. Make sure I've got this on. I did not test. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. There we go. Too many things hooked up all at once. That one should work. There we go. I'll switch over now. Which one is it here? There we go. So you get to select level 1 through 7. Let me tell you some of the changes. There's a lot of subtle things, but this is a lot. I don't know that I have the changes ready to go. I haven't read the manual, Mike, because I just opened it. I don't know if the changes are called out. Oh, nice. They've got some old information there. The patch, the original programmer. I cannot tell you the changes. I have a list somewhere. I have read them, but I do not remember them all. But he took a game that was already good and made it better. And I am playing on an Intellivision 2 with the stock controller. Oh, I'm on level 1. I don't think I can die. That'll be good because I can show you a little bit of it. For those of you that have never seen Dreadnaught Factor, level 1, you can't die. It is a lot harder when you can die. So you want to go through, I go through a wave, get as much as I can, and then I want to hit the engines to slow it down. I'm just going to kind of go through. There are the engines. You can usually get 2 of them. Now I'm too far. And you just make multiple passes. I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with the original game. I love shooters. I love this game. I wish I had it as a kid. Sadly, I did not. So you have to destroy it before it reaches Earth. I think that's what it is. So now they're down to 1 engine. That's basically it. Lots of tweaks and changes. I wish I would have had the list ready. I didn't think about that. Sorry, guys. Let me go back, catch up on chat here. So that is the Homebrew Highlight, a recent pickup. The game's been out a while. Complete in box. It's fairly new. Catch up where I was. Casey, any special plans on your 100th show coming soon? Yes. I'm not really sure what all I'm going to do. I'm trying to have a few YouTuber guests on to talk and chat. We're going to give away a few ROM packages. I will even it up. I don't belong to anyone. I don't like specifically only promote certain things. I try to evenly promote across Electronite, Intellivision Collector, Intellivision Revolution. So if I give something away, I'll rotate. You know, if I give a few, it'll be 1 of each, or I'll give away 1 this time from Electronite, 1 next time from Intellivision Collector, 1 next time from, Intellivision Revolution or another publisher. Maybe Brian's Man Cave. We need to put him in the mix. I try to keep it even. I definitely want to do some giveaways, just talk about the journey. I plan on having a list of some of the shows and the guests I've had on and people I've talked with, future plans for the show, which are some cool stuff that's in the works. Yeah. So yeah, it was a good game last night. I forgot Bears fan Goomba. That one had me on the edge of my seat, back and forth, back and forth. I don't even care who won. I'm a Niners fan, but the Bears had won that. That was a fun game to watch. The first time ever on a regular game, it's been tied at 7, 14, 21, 28, and 35. I think they said it was the first time that's ever happened. Yeah, I can tell. The Bears. I remember watching the Bears in the mid-'80s with the Fridge. Now that was a heck of a team back then. They got a good team right now. Yes, very sharp. Let's lock in on the nostalgia emulator. If we can get PC 2609 setting set up running, we'll be able to play one-on-one baseball. You don't want none of that. Trust me on that. That's my game, the first baseball. But that is all things that are coming up possible. The right people just need to make it a priority. But man, would I love to play some games with all of you guys directly, not just a screen next to screen, but playing you in the same game. I've done that in the 2000s, and it played pretty well. Our internet wasn't as good back then, and, things weren't quite as good, but it played pretty well. I love the Dreadnaught Factor game. I'm trying to look for this on my new and collection. So if you want it ROM form, you go to Intellivision.us. I don't think I have a banner for that one sitting here. I need to have all these banners ready to go. If you want the complete in box version, you go to IntellivisionCollector.com. I'm wearing his shirt today. Try to keep him rotated, support everyone. And since it was his complete in box game, made sense. So there are 2 ways to get that one, but this version is great. Lots of changes, most of them being subtle, but David Harley of Intellivision, he takes a game that's already good and makes it even better somehow. Almost everything he changes in most games, I mean, we're all not going to like everything, but for the most part, everything he does, I like. There are a few things now and then I'm like, but almost everything he does, I like. Intellivision Gamers, sorry, where do I get the file that has all the original Intellivision Invasion Facebook group? There, search Mike McMaster or scroll down. It's a few days ago, lots of posts. He posted a link and he has all the 125, all the artwork, everything. And you can just load it up and go. There's nothing that shouldn't be in there. Like there's not homebrews and things that are, people don't want in there. But the 125, I think I haven't tried it yet. I need to download it. I want to try it myself. I wanted to talk about it. There's a lot of people that always ask me. Sadly, I haven't had time to build my own. Ben's like, man, you need to have a nice one. You need to have one going there. I'm like, I wish I could. All the testing and all the things I've got going on, it's hard to do. But I have started one, and I have a lot of cool plans. I'm using all my own artwork. I want to do the total build myself. I just don't want to copy and change someone's. That works fine for most people, but I want to have one that's my own. And I have a lot of cool stuff. So I'm a Lions fan, Miss Ben Johnson. Lions have been good the last several years. This year, he, of course, as you know, but yeah, the Lions are fun to watch. DJC's a Lions fan. Yeah, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. One more game. Niners beat Seahawks, #1 seed. It's been a while. Do we have horse racing in the future? Yes. Horse racing happens about every 5 or 6 shows. I would do it more if I could go live another show and just pop in just to do horse racing. That is in the plan. And if I do it, like right now this week, I would have done it. But my throat is really hurting me right now. And my voice is starting to crack. But so as soon as I'm well and I get a free day, that's the plan. Not do it just during the show, but just go live, kind of set it up with thumbnail, get the 6 people, and go live playing horse racing, and that's all I'm doing. Nice quick hour show. It's about how long it takes to play a game. If you're doing 10, we can do 5, 10, or 15 races. I've got my own custom version of the game. Baseball is my game too on Intellivision. I played them all. Well, not all. I haven't played you, but I go to PRG every year. I have played the best of the best. People that said they've never been beat. No one's been close, semi-close, but only the first one. You start getting in the World Championship and, the other games, I'm not as good, but that first one, I usually annihilate people so bad that they don't want to play again. But I would love a good challenge. I'm sure there's someone out there that could beat me. I'm sure I can be beat. Just hasn't happened yet. Not on that game. If I had to pick one game, and I wanted to play someone and I had to beat someone, it would be that game. That's the one game that I am best at. I played it so much growing up because all my Atari friends wanted to come play baseball on the Intellivision. I want to play Intellivision online with you guys. Yeah, that would be great. I hope sometime soon we can make that a thing, and I'll go live and we'll do leagues. I had a league set up years ago in the 2000s when we first started doing this on the emulator. I had the early version of websites. I still have it packed up somewhere. There's a lot of people that are in the scene now that were back there as well. And we had the start of a league going. I would definitely be up to doing that again and going live and playing the games on my end. Yeah. Own version. That's horse racing, though, not baseball. Horse racing. I did ask, to be fair, if he was going to release it for everyone because I had a lot of people wanting it. And he said he made that special for me, which I have to respect. I really appreciate David and all he's done. Good night, Vindrel. Let me make sure. I'm not sure if I've gone through everything because I kind of skipped around. Oh, okay. So I've got a few more things here. Let me find it. Oh, and of course it reset. I don't know why this does this to me. It just started doing it on one of the last updates. DJC showed us already, but here we've got Eric Zavola. He was super excited. Just saw my USB stick that I made on YouTube. And this is a link, and you can see the picture. That is Post Style. He was in chat most of tonight. That is his video. He saw it on DJC, the guest we had on after that. So these are, are they burned in? They're Intellivision, got the Running Man, and they're USB sticks. They're pretty cool. The guys like them. I've been meaning to order some, and I just kind of haven't gotten around to it. I actually started it one time and didn't complete it. I need to go back and do it. So definitely you can go into Intellivision Invasion Facebook group, scroll down a little bit 5 hours ago. He's got them for sale on Etsy. 5 gigabyte wood grain. let's check that out real quick. Here you go. Intellivision ROMs, and it's got the Running Man. Do we get to see a price here? There's all different versions and things on here. Lots of cool stuff in Intellivision. All right, so I got that one. And then someone, it's on the same one here. I know the other link, it's not going to be in the same spot. Excuse me. So Jeff Spores has an Intellivision box for holding overlays, and he gives away the file for free on Maker World. For those with a 3D printer looking for a storage solution for their controller overlays, I had made this box a while back. Files are free on Maker World. The little lid goes on top, fits in the overlays, got 2 color there. So for those of you, there's Caleb. He was on the show tonight. A lot of people liking that. People always appreciate when they post the files. So go check that out. You got a 3D printer, which I don't have yet. It is in the plans. My son would love that, to be able to make stuff. And I mean, I think I would too. So we're going to get something one of these days and definitely start printing some of this stuff. But that is what I have for new product information. Let me see what else. I just lost track. I've skipped around today because of the guests and the long show. We talked about pretty much everything. Turbo went live, so I have playlists. If you want to know what a 125 game or homebrew games look like, you can go to my YouTube channel, and I have playlists for a lot of different things. Original games and homebrews. No mic, no cam, just show you the game. You see the box art, and you can check out what games are like. I'm 70, 80, something for homebrews, over 100 for original games. I need to learn how to play the rest of them. I think that's pretty much it. We talked about the new features you'd like to see. Got a lot of notes. Thank you guys for all of that. We had Chuck on. I lost, not a lot, but I lost to AF. Also, if you want to watch that video announcement, that is in the description. It's also in my playlist for YouTube video highlights. Anything that I think is cool from other YouTubers, usually. I have a playlist for that, and just my way to support everyone and make sure you guys see some cool videos that I think you should watch. Next week. So I had on here, I was going to play some homebrew games from 2025, some of my favorites. We're almost 3 hours in. We're going to skip that, and we're going to do it next week. Next week, we're not having anyone on. We're going to talk about everything we normally talk about, and I'm going to go over all the games of 2025 and talk about them, and we're going to play some of my favorites, and that's what we're going to do for the show for next week. And other videos, I've got some stuff I want to do, but I need to get over this. I need to be not sick. I don't want to make videos where I'm sick. So we're going to catch up on the chat here, and then we'll call it a night. Let's go back over to the other screen. Let me catch up a little bit here. Oh, sorry, I had that bin roll up. At least now I know where I was. Same with me. I played that Major League Baseball so much growing up. About horse racing, would love to play that the next time. Get in chat. When you'll see the thumbnail, I do horse racing live. Right away, say, I would like to play horse racing live tonight. It's a first 6. Some people message me as soon as they see the thumbnail. So get in there. Definitely would like you to try it out. It's a lot of fun. It's fun to watch. It's fun to play. It's fun to stream it. Thanks for the great stream. Happy New Year, and hope you feel better ASAP. Tapper, thank you. I appreciate that. I am doing a little better, but I don't usually talk this much unless I'm live, and definitely my voice is going. I can make some of those as well with my fiber laser. That'd be sweet. You make them, I'll show them, buddy. I don't play favorites. I show everything in Intellivision. Printed this. It's nice. Sweet. So you already printed that same file that he posted up. Everything worked good. I've never printed anything, but thank you, Casey. Take care of yourself. I appreciate that, Sarah. Got to hit the hay. Yeah, it's 7:50 here. I haven't had dinner yet. I'm starving. Great stream. Hope you all have a happy new year. Next week we'll go over all the games that were released in 2025, and we'll play some of my favorites. Thanks, Casey. Hope you feel better soon. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. Thanks, Mark. Little Alien, appreciate the stream. I hope you feel better soon. It won't stop me. I just don't want to make extra content whenever I've got a voice like this. My birthday's on the 31st. Wow. You got your New Year's Eve, baby. 53. I just turned 50 in September, so we're fairly close. Got me by a couple years. Thank you so much for the awesome show tonight. Hope you feel better soon and see you again next live stream. Thanks, Johnny. Get in there and play that horse racing live next time we do it. All right, guys, that's going to do it for tonight's show. Big thanks to everyone that showed up live. I appreciate you all. And if you guys are watching it later or catching up on what you missed later, I appreciate you as well. Next week, we are going to be here live again, regular segments, and we're going to get right into 2025 homebrew games and play some of my favorites. That'll be episode 99. Then we're going to have a special one for episode 100 the week after, do some giveaways, have some guests on. Should be fun. So if you haven't already, sub to the channel. I do nothing but Intellivision content. And if you like that, you will like it here. I thank you all. We'll see you in the next.
Rise up, get ready for the fight. The Intellivision gamer, shining so bright. Reviews and gameplay, he's got it all from classics to new. He stands tall, interviews and insights. He's on a mission, unleashing the power of retro intuition. He's got the knowledge, the passion untamed. Intelli burning with the flame. YouTube's his stage, subscribers unite. Intellivision gamer, he brings the light with the game console. He's making history, rocking the world with pure nostalgia spring.